energy only Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a Friday edition of Big D Energy. Big D! Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. That guy over there, that's Sean. That's my friend, Sean. He's my friend, my pal, my buddy. What's up, friend?
How you doing, pal?
You putting the pieces back together after what happened in Toledo last night?
I'm not gonna lie. It was awful. It was that third period was. Didn't see it coming. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, seriously, props to Cornell. They went out and they did all the little things and they held the puck forever. Their goaltender was better than Trey Augustine. Period. End of story. But yeah, that sucked. That really sucked. I mean, when you're a number one seed and you've been number one or number two almost the whole damn year, you know, to lose in the first round like that sucks. But that's a great. Have you guys been down there? That is a great.
Yes, I've been down there before. Been to a walleye game.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, it's different because I had to fill in a few times down there and call some walleye games, you know, in emergency situation and everything. But going down there to watch a game, man, it's a great spot. It really is. It's a great spot, and I highly recommend it. Really, really good barn. I like it.
I highly recommend the Varchas, by the way, because lucky for you, Sean, after what happened yesterday, it is Bourbon Friday. So Varchas sent over the Finnish and port wine cask rye, your favorite, Sean. So here we are.
That's a good rye too.
There it is.
Everybody's got their different buds. You know, I mean, really, everybody's got their. I've always been a rye guy.
You have the rye profile. I'll just say it like that.
Okay,
you know?
I'm in.
You're a little more weathered.
A lot more weather.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're one stop short of Scotch guy. And I've talked about this with Spencer and Danny Raxter. Danny Raxter's lived life. He drinks Scotch. Danny Raxter's tougher than I am. That's why he drinks Scotch. Because he's more weathered. He's been around the block a few times. He's not soft. I'm soft. I drink sweet bourbons. Like, that's where it is.
Do you ever delve into lauders? Have you had lauder Scotch?
Yes, I have yet to find a Scotch that it's very peaty, it's very earthy. I've yet to find one that I truly enjoy.
No, okay.
But I haven't been through enough adversity. It's got nothing to do with taste. That's a life experience drink.
This is solid.
KG, what's really good?
Hopefully the Michigan Wolverines, the Detroit Tigers, and the Detroit Pistons.
We got a lot to get into today.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Get some.
Spencer Raxter.
TORKELSON is back.
All the way back.
There it is.
All the way
I
back.
was told he never left.
Hey.
That's what we all know.
He's here.
Hey,
I don't
that's
need your
what we all
stinking
know.
technology.
Yeah.
I don't need to. I've been doing this my whole life. That's right, Torque. You
Goddamn
get
right,
some.
Torque. All seriousness, great fucking first game out of Torque.
Man,
Sure.
what?
No, it was.
Yes.
Do it again.
About as good as you can ask for. But yeah, go do it again.
Well, that's what was wild about the whole Torque thing. And like, look, I'm not here to say I stood on the mountaintop and pulled the sword in front of the on-charging army, which I certainly did not. But with that being said, like, I wasn't, and I've been consistent with this. Mm-hmm. I wasn't one of these people that was going to wad him up and throw him into the trash either.
Yeah.
Like, dude has a 30 home run season under his belt. Doesn't he have fewer than 1,000 at bats in the minors too? Like, I gave Torque a little more runway than most, and I'm not here to spike the football either and say I told you. I'm not going to do that, Sean. But at the same time, like, it's not a finished product. I always believe that in my heart. It's not a finished product with him.
You can't give up like completely on a guy like that.
And I give up quicker than most.
And you know what? I like what they said, that this was a position he was going to have to go and win anything he got. Mm-hmm. You know, that was the message. Shit, I remember talking with you guys about that in January. Like, and we all were like, yep, you're gonna have to go out and win it. Now, I don't want it in right field. I mean, I don't. Sorry. I hope that he goes. You know what? I'm your DH. And I can play first, too. Like, I want him to be. I mean, sometimes what happens, and you guys, whether we want to admit this or not, sometimes the power that wins inside a human being is I have to be right guy. Okay? There are people
more
that
than
would,
ever.
I would rather be right than have this help my team.
Today,
right?
more than ever.
Did I have my doubts about Spencer Torkelson? I raised my hand 100%. And to your point, how could you not? But I'd be the first guy to say, if this continues, oh my gosh, KG, are you kidding me?
Man, what that game last night was something else. And listen, the fan part of me is saying this looks different. Like, I've never seen Tork look so confident, like, in the batter's box. Like, his plate discipline was unreal last night. And I understand we're not going to get this every single night. Like, that's a lot to ask. But if he can give you that kind of Torkelson for a majority of the season, this team is going to do some things because he is the only real source of power on this team, maybe besides Kerry Carpenter. I think if he can go out and give you that and then play okay defense, we might be cooking. So I shout out to him, man. I'm willing to admit I was wrong, man. I was wrong, but I also took him for 25 homers in the time capsule. So we off to a good start.
The walking backdoor cover.
Yeah, I'm learning from the best. I learned from the best.
Dude, that at bat in the ninth, though, like, I'm sorry. That's the little stuff. And
yeah.
It's like baseball has to remind you sometimes how cool it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean that. And I'm not the biggest baseball fan in the world, but there are little things about baseball spending that I thought his at bat in the ninth, that was like, ooh, he took that pitch. Okay, that's
he was unfazed the whole night.
You get your ass on the base paths
Yeah.
again with your fourth walk. You do you. You know, that was pretty cool to see that.
And you see the adjustments that he made to his swing and his stance at the plate. They're making a big difference already. Like, obviously we saw it in spring, but you don't want to take too much from spring ball. But you could take something from that. Like, that's Blake Snell on the mound that he was going against. So you love to see it.
Woodward
Keep going,
Sports.
Torque. We need it. We need it.
No doubt. Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there if you want to skip the line. Use the super chat. We'll get to those as they come in. Chris in the chat. This is a great transition, Chris. Oh, Chase, what's up, man? You good? Sorry,
Hi,
brother.
Chase.
You're in the Chase Lounge.
How are you?
Just chilling.
Yeah, all right, cool. Fair enough. All right, Chris in the chat. And this is a great transition, Chris. I think it's time to have a tough conversation about Tom Izzo. He's a Big Ten legend, but not an all-time great. He is to MSU basketball what Bo Schembechler is to Michigan football, and that's okay. He's more than what Bo Schembechler is. I know that you guys have built that up in your mind based on a non-reality that doesn't exist. Yeah. Like, Tom Izzo's like, won national titles and stuff like that.
Tom Izzo's closer. He's more Jim Harbaugh than he is Bo Schembechler.
100%.
And no arguments out of me.
And I got to run it by you. Cross-check with the Michigan fan.
I don't rock with Bo. You know that.
But Chris, I appreciate it nonetheless. So I'll start with you, Spenny.
Yeah.
Where are you at tonight? Because this, for Michigan State, it's like Lions vibes, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's national championship or it's just another good another – hey, we made a Final Four. Cool.
You never poo-poo Final Fours. Like, Final Fours are still important and impressive, but yeah, that's what he's here for. That's what Izzo's still here for. That's why he's still coaching, is to get number 2. So you got to win. Anything short of a Final Four is a complete failure. If you make a Final Four and lose, I'm not going to be like,
it's
how
okay.
dare he?
Yeah, it's an okay season. It's all right.
It's a good season.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a good season. You won the Big Ten, you make a Final Four, that's a good season.
Was it pinch your cheeks if you make a Final Four?
You know what, though? I'm glad, Spenny, I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
Honest, if you make a Final Four, I'm sorry, I am never, ever going to just poo-poo that. I don't think, in talking to people that I know, Neil, I don't think people, to answer your question, are in the championship or bust mentality. I don't. I really don't. I don't know why.
Well, he brought up Izzo, and I'm saying, like, as far as a contribution to his overriding legacy nationally.
Tom is in a championship or bust mentality.
Correct.
There's no doubt about. It was funny when we had that segment with Stick the other day. I jokingly said, and even included a wink in there. I said, I bet you Tom would tell you in a private moment that he's all about winning another championship. Well, it wasn't a private moment. I've heard him say it to me multiple times.
He's been on record.
Like to me when he was on the radio with us. So this is a situation where I'm with you, Spenny. I'm not going to say, it's all good if we made it to another Final Four.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to shit on it.
Exactly. You win the Big Ten, you make the Final Four, that's a good season. Would I still be disappointed? Yes. but I'm not going to be, well, that was a nothing burger. No, you still had a successful season. But the goal is to win the championship, like the goal for every team is to do every year. So
Jack Stark in the chat, and I've never made this comparison before, but it is elite. Bo is the Marty Schottenheimer of college football.
All right.
It's true. Tell me it's wrong. You look me in the eye and tell me it's wrong.
Can I say this? Here's the interesting thing about Bo is I think people have to remember, and I think Michigan fans sometimes, KG with respect, I think
respectfully,
I think that Michigan fans sometimes forget he took over a disaster. That was a disaster. What Michigan football was.
Wait a minute. I was told they're the greatest college football program in history.
That's why I say KG respect. They were a disaster, and for him to do what he did in year one, kind of set it off on its current pace. Modern day Michigan football is Bo Schembechler. It is. 100%. Yeah. Whether people want to admit that or not, I couldn't give two shits. Ask Jim Harbaugh. You don't have to ask me. Ask Jim Harbaugh. It is Bo Schembechler. So what Jim Harbaugh did is take it, to a level higher than what Bo did. But the modern day, and complete with the, and I say this with respect, please don't take this out of context, the brainwashing that Don Canham did. Don Canham was brilliant. He was brilliant. This whole thing was a lot of the stuff that Don Canham did. And he created this aura around Michigan. Neil, you're educated enough. You know that. They were so forward thinking in stuff, and they made it about the brand. They made it about the block M. There were so many teams that, and I don't remember the 70s Bo Schembechler teams, but there were so many teams. I thought his best team was a team that didn't win the Big Ten championship. In 85, when Harbaugh was a junior, that team was unbelievable. Went and won the Fiesta Bowl. They went 10-1-1. They finished number 2 in the nation. That was the prototypical team that you were like, at the end of the year, nobody wanted to play that team. Like, nobody wanted to play that team because they could hurt you in so many different ways. But, Neil, you're right. I think sometimes while we're comparing this legend to that legend to this legend and talking about Tom Izzo in particular, well, Izzo only has one championship. Bo has none.
I know.
I didn't make that up. I'm sorry if it hurt you. It wasn't my intention. It's my job to speak factually, and I can separate the two, though. Bo is literally the father of modern Michigan Day football. That's period. End of story. In
the super chat, Burn, Torque looked loose, happy, and confident. I don't know if the spirits of Hank Greenberg and Al Kaline came to him in a dream,
maybe
like Sandlot, but he's back. Okay, that's fair. Also in the super chat, Dexter James, happy Friday to the best crew out there. Have you all made a top 5 baseball movie list? No, we have not, as a matter of fact.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
Nitty gritty, I feel sorry for any basketball fan who missed that game last night between Arkansas and Texas Tech. That was electric. Nitty gritty, I couldn't make it till the end, man. What are you guys doing with games ending past midnight? For real. Sweet 16 games ending past, and this is it. I've crossed the bridge. Okay, I have. This is my moment. It's over for me. All right, I'll admit it. You want to break me down? All right, you break me down. I crossed the bridge. I've stepped over. I'm on the back 9 of my life right now, I guess you can say, because I couldn't make it.
Welcome,
all right?
my friend.
I couldn't make it. You want to hear me say it? I'll say it. I couldn't make it to the end. And yes, I'm sad I missed that game. I am sad, Nitty Gritty. That's it. It's over for me. I'm washed up.
Damn. First the glasses, now this.
I'm a has-been. You've seen me age right in front of your eyes. Is this what you guys wanted to hear? You heard it. Okay? I'm old and I couldn't make it.
I'm cradling you like a babe right now. Welcome.
And it's spring break. Like, I don't have to get up at 6 a.m. and take the kids to school right now. Like, it's spring break and I still couldn't make it. It's over. Look. It's happening right in front of you on the screen right now.
Look at me.
It's over. Play these games at 8 a.m. like normal people.
Do you know what drives me nuts? So this never really hit me until later in life, okay? When I had kids of my own, and a lot of you can relate. What are we doing to the next generation of fans out there? Like, what are we doing? You know, like the All-Star game. It's the summertime. What the hell are you doing starting the All-Star game at 8:35? The All-Star game isn't for me. The All-Star game isn't for Neil. It isn't for anybody in this room. I mean, who literally sits there and goes, yeah, man, All-Star game night? Anybody under 14 does that. And you want to start it at 8:45? You're damn right. Yes, I'm old. I've got my AARP card. You're damn right. I don't actually. But no, yes, I'm with you. What the fuck are you doing?
After, like, that's a great.
It's 12. It's midnight. What are you doing?
Play the first one at 7. Play the second one at 9:15. Okay? But whatever. Rando Smalls. I did call Torque hitting his first dinger. Torque is back. Rando Smalls did say that yesterday in the chat. Real quick, KG.
Yeah.
Michigan today. It's foul money, right? If you win, cool. If you don't,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You got to where you needed to go.
Exactly.
Just enough to, like, say, hey, it's cool. And, like, look, they didn't have to shock the world and beat anybody, like, out of pocket. They won the Texas A&M game, man. So kind of a
And they
middle of the road SEC team. They did the job.
They have a legitimate chance against the best team in the country. So if everything goes according to plan and they play the way they're supposed to play, they can win this game. But hey, I'm cool either way.
KG, I'm with you. I remember talking to you about this a month ago where, like, literally you sit back and you go, if I told you at the beginning of the year Sweet 16, I don't think anybody would have believed it, right?
Yeah.
But expectations change, and rightfully so. Now I'm at the point where you're damn right I want to go beat them. Yes,
The fan
if
in me,
I'm a
absolutely.
Michigan fan, you're damn right I want to go beat them. It's not good enough. It's almost like we were talking about with the Final Four. You're not going to shit on it, but
No.
at the same time, yeah, why not beat them?
Yeah, exactly. If they don't turn the ball over, and Neil, you done said that plenty of times. They don't turn the ball over, they'll win, pretty much.
Like, it's not rocket science. Go look at the box scores.
No, it's the truth.
Like that's all you have to do. All right, let's cut to the break. When we come back, Spenny, let's run this Tigers nickel package, kind of like a pseudo reaction to the game. You know, we can kind of kick off.
Look what Spenny
with
does.
that.
I love when he does. Look at the two old dudes up there. You're damn right. Welcome, Neil.
It's good to be here.
What bottle do you want?
I'll take the Varchaz.
All right, Varchaz. I'm placing an order with you cats. Neil's coming over. We're gonna smoke meat and drink that.
You're going to need bigger buttons on the remote next.
Yes.
Look at that fucking picture. You're damn right.
Grumpy old man.
You kids will understand one day.
I watched Bo Schembechler's first game. I was there. Tom Mazaway sat next to me. All right. Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. They're Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. They're the nation's #1 EV dealer. They got deals on deals on deals. The Silverado, and guys, you're running out of time with this, by the way.
I want that so badly.
The Silverado 1500 crew cab.
That's my next one, I'm telling you.
Hey, scan the QR code on the screen, Sean. Feldman Chevrolet in Novi, $199 a month plus tax. You want the Equinox, the SUV. Front-wheel drive, $249 a month plus tax as well. That's also on the lease. Sean Belesian, scan that QR code on the screen. You know about Feldman Chevrolet because you bought a car from Feldman Chevrolet before.
Did.
As I have. The experience is flawless. I don't know what else to tell you guys, man. Feldman Chevy in Novi, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Listen, I'm not sure who, but somebody let the Tigers get hot.
The Detroit Tigers are locked and loaded for another great summer in Detroit. And it all starts downtown at the biggest home opener party in the city. Join Woodward Sports at Grand Slam Festival as we take over the Detroit Opera House parking lot. A big-ass tent for a big-ass Detroit party. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFestival.com or follow Woodward Sports on X and IG for your chance to get in for free. Party across from Comerica Park and hear the roar as the Tigers take the field for the first time time in 2025. DJs, food trucks, bartenders, live broadcasts, and more. See you for the Tigers' first home game of the season, April 4th at the Grand Slam Festival with Detroit's biggest party animals, Woodward Sports.
Rule here for Woodward merch. Yes, shop.woodwardsports.com. Get geared up. Opening day, the home opener is around the corner. As a matter of fact, a week from today. So get geared up properly. Get geared up for the Pistons playoff run. Get geared up for the NFL draft. Boo them kids. F them picks. We got them all. Shop.woodwardsports.com. All right, keeping it pushing. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean. You are looking live at Neil Rule and Sean Belizean. Sorry, man. I couldn't do I had all I fell asleep on the couch with the TV on.
That's that good sleep.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
That's the old man sleep for sure.
Yeah. You guys know. Don't act like you don't know.
I know.
What's that?
You don't have a recliner?
I have like an ottoman with the couch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That counts. Though.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys, I'm serious. Just wait. You're going to get to the point. Neil, I don't know if you're at this point yet, especially like for a guy like me with the NHL playoffs, the West Coast game starting at 10:30. Like, I legitimately can't miss them. I feel
well,
dirty.
You're different. Like, you're touched by God. Like, you have that ability, Sean. As long as I've known you, you've been.
Well, the bags under my eye would also suggest that
correct.
maybe that's
well, those are your battle scars.
But you know what I like? For me, like I've gotten into mixing a nap at 6 o'clock in nights like yesterday. Like I do, I mix in a nap. I just lay down on the couch and magically 15, 20 minutes.
Little power nap.
And I'm okay. And like I'm okay. But sometimes, and last night was one of those cases, I stayed up. I made it. I got to be honest, after I got back from Toledo. But then you wake up this morning and you're a disaster. And that's why you have to have a whiskey or three. You know, okay, I got to jump back on the horse and everything will do it. But no, I think to the greater point, like, honest to goodness, Neil, there's no reason for those games to start that late.
No reason.
There's no reason for those games to start.
Just cleaning that up real quick before we get to the Tigers, Nickel. DNC ENT brother from a Michigan fan. Izzo has the 6th most wins in March history, 2 behind Cal. Yeah, he's an all-time great coach across all sports, not just hoops.
Yep.
No doubt. It's just, we've talked about this. You know those exits on the highway where there's a 1A and a 1B? He got off at exit 1B, and then when he wins another national title, then he can go all the way to 1A. That's just and this isn't me saying that. This is college basketball, the stratosphere of college basketball. That's what it dictates.
Why do you think Tom is so desirous? He hasn't
wants
exactly
that, yeah.
hit it. He knows it. He absolutely knows it. As legendary as he is, as iconic as he is, he's an absolute treasure. Spenny, you know it better than anybody. Him showing up to Tent City and hanging out with kids, I mean, it really is a window into his soul. He's a wonderful human being. He really, truly is. But he needs to graduate.
Yeah. His own camp out is one of my favorite memories of me attending Michigan State University. It's an amazing environment, and like Izzo being there. Sometimes he busts out the accordion. Sometimes he doesn't. You got all the players there
about
too.
The accordion.
It's just awesome. But yeah, he needs to. That's why he's still here. He's still here because he wants to. And he's gonna either get number 2 or he's gonna
die trying.
That's what he is. That's who he is. He's a pit bull. He's always been a pit bull. That's what he's gonna do.
And Dante in the super chat, by the way, I cannot wait for Spenny to put up that Buddy's Pizza so we can get Sean to stand up and look at it and yell, "You see this? This is literal porn." So thoughts on
y'all don't even know he did it before the show. Like during our break, it was still on the back wall.
For having it up when I walked in.
That. He came in the door with that.
I walked in and it's up there. It's like, what are you doing to me? Why?
Yeah.
So, thoughts on LeBron versus Stephen A? I have no thoughts on that.
That shit's so funny.
It's
dude.
hilarious, though. It is.
Okay.
Did you hear
Enjoy.
Sports
Perk
media
and
nickel
Stephen A
package?
said they.
No, not
Perk
on
was
it.
like, he unfollowed me on Twitter, so I blocked him on my cell phone.
Right, like
Me and Easy made it sound like
I'm
Kendrick
so
Perkins is a
amazed
clown,
that you
man.
have a media member that tries to insert himself into the story. That usually doesn't happen today. Fucking, when did this start, Neil? Now let's go back on the old man rants, right?
Yeah, no
These
doubt.
human beings that try to make themselves the story. I don't get it.
Okay, Dante, thanks for hijacking that. Also in the Super Chat burn, by the way. Pistons, March Madness, Tigers. That's all cool. The real highlight of the night.
He looks like he's in pain.
Go back to that picture. Go look at it.
He on his
I've
last,
been dipping since 29.
yeah, he on his last leg for sure.
Is he not capable of opening his eye anymore?
The other guy looks like he's in pain, but it's his birthday.
He's got some whiskey in front of him now.
Don't you wish we had video of that old fucker out there with zero fucks to give?
Oh,
That was
yeah.
great before the show started.
Just
I was
dancing
like,
in traffic.
I want that. I want to be the guy that stops traffic because I'm 90.
What was the term? What was the terminology?
Compassionate release.
Compassionate relief.
Okay.
And no one cares when you're that old.
Wait,
No
is
one
that
cares.
like euthanizing him? Is that
No,
No, like
It's like Brooks in Shawshank.
Real quick, because you guys wrecked it, so we're gonna have to go to the break before we start the nickel packages.
that's just you're talking about euthanizing an old dude. Right?
No, that's not what we're talking
I want
about.
compassionate release.
Compassionate
like
release,
Tyson College.
Spenny. What that is?
What
it's
else can that mean?
For those that don't know, we're our compound here, and you
Oh,
can look at it on
shit.
Google. We're literally on Woodward, like some of the most prime real estate in Michigan, here in Birmingham. There was an old lady and an old man. They stopped their car on Woodward at the crosswalk.
In the middle of a goddamn
Woodward.
intersection.
Yeah, in the middle of the intersection. And her husband got out with the cane and just went to the crosswalk and waited for the light to change and then walked across the street, and she drove away. It backed up traffic, but not one horn was honked. Nobody was upset because of...
Because how old he was. Here's the real thing. Why didn't she just turn around and drop him off on this side
Because
of the
they're
street?
too old to understand
What
that.
are we talking about? Compassion? We're skipping over this.
Compassionate release.
What does that mean? Are we
So,
talking about
break it down.
The,
So,
the
Spencer,
release of life?
Have you ever seen the Shawshank Redemption? Like, Brooks gets so old, they're like, he's obviously no harm
Yeah,
to
they
like
just
to
let him
society.
go.
Exactly. They just compassionately release him to society. He's no longer in prison. He's compassionately
But
released.
this old guy's not in prison, so you're
No,
releasing him
Spenny.
for life.
The
is what you're
compassionate
saying.
release was the people around them. You notice how there was no outrage. There was nobody honking
okay.
horns. Like, he's so old that you just let it be. You accept it as a part of your day and you move on. Because normally, if that was like a normal person, we'd be like,
yeah.
get that out of the way. Like, come on. He was so old that society had a compassionate release for the man.
I had a 9.5 provide compassionate release for me when I was 20. It was awesome.
Right.
I'll never forget that. But
Compassionate release sound like hospice to me.
didn't
It does.
Yeah, right. Like that's hospice.
Sounds like
We
you're
have
talking
it.
about putting the old man down.
There was legitimately a line of cars, and we were all going, look at that, and it was like the Derek Jeter thing. Like we all found ourselves tipping the cap to him, right?
Yeah.
Like I want that in my life. I need that in my life. Good
Okay,
for you,
now
old
now the chat. This is all spiraling out of control. Gromit 0237. Where's Dr. Kevorkian when you need him? No, we didn't need him.
No.
Society's cool with it. We let it play out.
Is compassionate release when a kid calls me sir at the gym? When I ask, like, I'm like, hey, you
In
done-
his eyes, yeah.
I'm like, hey, you done with that bench? She's like, yeah, sir.
Yeah, that's your Spenny.
Welcome.
Spenny,
Come on,
that's your
come
first
on.
experience
Yeah,
right
you know,
there.
it literally pissed me off so much. I looked at him and I was about to hit him in the mouth. I was like, so you're calling me sir? You're going to call me sir?
Yes,
All right,
sir.
you little fucking shit. Goddamn broccoli-headed
Steve,
fucks.
Neo, please talk about Torkelson's 5,000 OPS.
Hey, he on the way to it though.
Yeah, absolutely. Real Cream of Week. Good morning, BD. Good morning, Real Cream of Week. Good to see you. Dante 151. Torque plus 600 to hit a home run today.
They come
Free
in
money?
bunches. They come in bunches.
Free money? Okay, let's try this again. We'll take the break, and when we come back, we're doing the nickel packages. Okay? Tigers, to
Finally?
lead things off. We have a Lions one. We have an NFL draft one. Okay, let us play the hits. Come on, everybody. Get it together. Planet Fitness. We're live at the Planet Fitness Studios. You guys already know that. And I'll be honest, I did not do the Planet Fitness this morning because my son wants to get ready for soccer. So we're going to do the father-son run outside when we get back. So but hey, it doesn't matter. That's still fine because tomorrow I can get back on the routine at Planet Fitness and we can all move on. And that's the way that it works. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit. The most versatile gym, the most affordable gym. A black card's just $24.99 a month. And you know people that are paying $70 or $80 a month for a gym membership. I don't get it either. Go to planetfitness.com or just pull in the parking lot. Planet Fitness, don't pay more to lift the same weights.
For
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join him live on Big D Energy every Tuesday and Thursdays on Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit him at michigansportsandspine.com or give him a call at 248-426-9944.
All right, we're off and running here. Big D Energy, Bourbon Friday, Nickel Package Friday. Jump into the chat if you got something to say. If you want to skip the line, use the super chat as well. Scoot9810. I'm 44 and feeling old. That's when it started. That's when it all starts. Chris, Sean sleeps 3 hours a night. Is that true?
Yeah, probably. Not a lot. Really and truly, not a lot. But you mix in the nap. Like honestly, the 15-minute nap, dude.
It's underrated.
Guys, you can all laugh. You kids can all laugh. But trust me, I'm already seeing it happen with my own boy. I call it Camp Shutter Down. And so my son says to me all the time, Dad, I'm a believer in going to camp. And I'm like, you're damn right.
You said the 15-minute?
Oh,
Yeah, 15 to 20 is like the perfect recharge.
Rando Smalls in the super chat. When I coached, I was coach or Coach Rando. Mr. Smalls was my dad. LOL. Rando, you're Mr. Smalls.
I say it all the time. Don't call me Mr. Collegiate. That's my dad.
All right, absolutely. Somebody. All right, let's do this then. As I look for it, let's get into the Tigers nickel package. It was opening day yesterday. They can take the lead for once, right?
Yeah, for
Don't
sure.
worry, we'll get the draft stuff and the Lion stuff. Everybody, calm down.
Yeah, Tigers got to take the lead. Torque's on pace to have the greatest season of all time. First question of the Tigers nickel package. Is Scooble cooked?
Oh, clearly it's over.
That's how it works.
2 strikeouts yesterday. Clearly it's over. No, Sean, but seriously though,
We don't make the rules.
we don't. Big Marlins win over Paul Skeens yesterday too. Sean, here's the deal. I think that we didn't realize it because like our playoff experience ended with the Guardians last year, who are flawed, just like we're flawed, just like our whole division is flawed. We got a first-hand look, and all of us got a first-hand look at a lineup with depth.
You got it. That's exactly what it comes down to. I mean, really, that is an unbelievable lineup. Okay, they're favorites to win the World Series again. So save your Jeremy Bonderman or Mark Fidrich jokes. Tarek Skubel's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. I'm not worried in any way, shape, or form.
Last night I heard Dan Dickerson say Scooble gave up 4+ runs in his first 2 outings last year as well. So,
do you guys remember? It's not that long ago. Do you remember when Justin Verlander was done? Those were good days. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that? Justin Verlander was done, and then of course the 2013 playoff, he was unconscious. I mean, it really that's what it came down to. So, no, don't worry about it, please.
In the super chat, Motor City 612, seeing all those base runners left on base last night made me say, man, it sure would have been nice to have a decent bat or two in the lineup.
If you sign Alex Bregman, you win that game last night.
0 for 15 with runners in scoring position.
And instead, with 2 guys on, who comes trotting up to the plate twice yesterday?
Javi Baez.
And who didn't take a pitch.
Javi Baez.
It's pretty bad.
I'm sorry, that's unforgivable.
No, Sean, no, we're cool with it.
It's
No,
bad.
Sean, I'm not allowing people to do what you just did. You included. You don't get to do that, Sean. It's fine. No, it's fine. He's fine.
He's back. New hip.
Don't you do that again,
I'm gonna
or
shut
you're
up.
out of here.
I'm sorry. I put my head down and
I'm taking the Varchaz and I'm walking home.
Get it together, Sean.
All right, second inning.
Second inning. Second question of the nickel package. What is your instant reaction to Gleyber Torres?
Solid.
The whole thing was on brand yesterday.
Yeah.
And no one's going to talk about this.
Biffed a couple.
That ground ball that was just out of his range.
Yep.
But I was willing to make that trade, Sean. I was willing to make that trade. What was he, 2 for 5?
Yep.
Something like that, yeah.
Had a couple hits. I like it.
Don't complain after the fact. You knew what was going on, and if you say you didn't know what was going on, you weren't paying attention to the show. I mean, this infield terrifies us. I think we've all been saying that in unison for about a month now. And you go 2 for 5. Okay.
Yeah.
I can overlook some of those shortcomings. I wish somebody else would pick up on the slack in the infield. That hasn't
But we don't have
exactly
it.
revealed itself yet, and I'm not sure it is going to reveal itself, to your point.
This is what we are.
Yep.
And again, all right, let me interject for a second here yesterday. And you guys saw this if you're on the Woodward Sports little text thread. But Javi Baez comes up with 2 runners on twice and 1 out and does nothing. And I bring it up to the chat, and you know the response I get from Tom Mazaway? And he was 100% serious. Quote, he moved the runners over, unquote.
Maz.
That's this town. No, but Sean, that's this town.
Much love.
Kool-Aid was trying to get that off this morning. As a joke, of course, but they were 0 for 15. It doesn't matter if they're 0 for 15 with risk.
No, but it does, because literally anyone else would have given you a better chance
Such a
than
winnable
Javi
game.
Baez.
That's what pisses you off.
Okay.
Ruin their night, KG. Ruin their night. Oh my gosh, that's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
Rando Smalls in the super chat. Was I the only one to see Skubal and Snell had 2 different strike zones last night? They gave the Dodgers every call and squeezed the Tigers. I heard people saying that too about the announcers yesterday. They're the Dodgers, guys. You want what they want, you got to go beat them. Mm-hmm. You have to be 2 runs better to be 1 run better. Yeah. You just do, man. That's the way it works, Sean. I'm not having that. I'm not. You got to go take it from them.
Yeah, people, Tigers fans watching last night, oh my God, they won't shut up about Shohei Ohtani. Yeah.
Are you new to baseball?
Yeah,
he's the best player on earth.
Yeah.
He's on earth. He's the best player.
Maybe the best total player to ever play the
Yes,
game.
literally.
Ever.
Pause.
We're watching history.
Is the best player
Yeah,
to ever play the game total package-wise, as long as he can pitch again.
Yep.
If he can't pitch again, then
listen, when you're
whatever.
being compared to Babe Ruth,
Yeah,
we got to put that off to the side, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's
he's
where it's
different.
at right now.
Chuck Brewer, Neil, don't all Cy Young pitchers go undefeated every year? Yes, they do, clearly. Skubal's wash. All right, third down.
Scoot 9810 says Big D Energy got me into baseball in the super chat.
Hey, shout out.
Cool, man. Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we do what we can.
Yeah.
Fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
All right, next question of the
Untied
Tigers
fist.
nickel package.
That was an untied fist.
Is Torque back?
Hunt 5,000 OPS, I was told, Sean.
Couldn't be more
man.
back.
He might be back for real. I know we've been joking about a few of these players. He might actually be back.
Sean, here's the deal, and this has been Torque to this point, because we've seen this before. We've seen him have a 30 home run season. We've seen him walk through the valley of the shadow of death. We've seen both of it. We know what this is going to be, right? How's he going to answer when the adjustment's made against him? Because he has not beat the allegations yet.
No.
He's 0 for 2 in that.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Again, this is a guy that had less than 1,000 at-bats in the minors, okay? And I've seen him do it before. I'll ride with him. But, Sean, that answer is not here yet.
Okay, can we define back? Can we try? Can we try to define back?
On pace for 648 walks and 162 home runs. So.
All right, if this is a guy that's hanging around an 800-plus OPS and he's showing the power stroke
20
and stuff
plus,
like
yeah.
that.
More than that.
Can we like a month from now?
Yeah, of
if
course.
he's hovering around an 800 OPS and you're seeing the power stroke, we could have a legitimate, serious conversation. We can. because I'm sorry, that's what we should expect. 900, oh my gosh, pants around the ankle stuff, okay? But give me a good, solid OPS with the power stroke and not necessarily all the home runs. If you find the gaps at Comerica National Park, I'm cool with that too.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of stand-up doubles, I'm cool.
Of
I'm
course.
I'm in. That's, to me, this is a conversation we're going to, and Spenny, I'm not mad at you. I hope you know that. We're going to continue to have this conversation, but we're not going to get a real clear answer for a little while yet.
Yeah, and for sure, it's a long season. But I'm going to say the same thing I said about his spring training. I'd rather see that than him go over 4 with 4
absolutely.
strikeouts.
And that's the takeaway.
It was a fantastic spring. You'd rather see him hit over 1,000 OPS in the spring than hit 400.
Than rather him hit 190 like somebody else did.
I'd rather see him get on base 5 times than strike out. So it was a great game for Torque. Probably the best game he's had in a Tigers uniform.
No, seriously.
He is one of 15 players to walk 4 times on opening day, and the only one of those 15 players to hit a home run as well in the same game.
Yeah, and that's the only real takeaway. It's how he looked at the plate. It was the approach, the plate discipline. It looked like he's really been working on that. And I'm telling you.
His eye has always been there. He's always had a good eye in the strike zone. Like, even when he was struggling, he wasn't like he
wasn't Javi.
He would strike out looking, and it'd be like, okay, that was a borderline call, but they're not going to give that to you unless you're being a guy. And it's the comfortability of him swinging the bat. That's what it is for me. Obviously 4 walks isn't going to happen every day, so you love to see that. But his eye has always been there. But how comfortable he was swinging the bat and the hacks that he was having, he didn't look like he was being outmatched. It didn't look like he was being overpowered. And last year, he was being outmatched and overpowered.
He looked shell-shocked at times last year.
I hope I'm not overstating that at bat in the 9th. Like, honestly, that was... I'm not going to lie to you. He's going to strike out.
Yeah.
Like, that was... Especially when it got to 3 and 2, I was like, okay, I know how this ends. For him to draw that walk, especially on that pitch... Yes, I'll take little. Like, there's nothing wrong with getting excited about little victories.
Now the next step is we need to see it against more velocity.
Right.
The next step is he's just got to keep doing it.
Yeah,
and that too.
That is it. Woodward Sports Super
Next
Chat.
step, do it again tomorrow. You got Glasnow probably on the tip for the Dodgers. Like, that's another Cy Young winner. Like, you got to go do it again.
Yeah.
That's it. It's insane, by the way. But that's their lineup, man.
Yeah.
Real quick in the super chat, Burn. Boy, I wonder which team is the face of baseball. Well, Burn. I mean, we know the answer to that, Burn. I'm not upset about that in the least.
Yeah. No, I think he was
in the least.
Yeah, I think he was joking, but.
And then I saw people were like mad at the Dodgers for having Gibby throw out the first pitch. Like, Gibby hit the most iconic home run in World Series, one of the most iconic home runs in the history of baseball.
There isn't a better player to throw out the first pitch in opening day Tigers-Dodgers?
I thought,
like, what?
For me, I thought that was kind of a tip of the cap to the Dodgers.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For doing that.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know.
On one leg. I mean, that's what people like. Do people understand? He didn't even play the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Like, he was that shot. He didn't even play the rest.
Super Bowl Cartier, then say it, Neil. Torque is done for. When have I ever said that?
No.
I've never said that, man. Oh, Sam Flannel. I like the 4 walks more than the home run. I'm a fiend for bases on balls. Oh, bases on balls. I know, Flannel. I know. All right, next one.
All right, next question of the Tigers nickel package. What was your takeaway from last night?
You know what my takeaway was, Sean?
Yamamoto's pitching. Okay.
There's
your velocity.
Yeah. They're very much on brand. The identity hasn't changed from last year because they were out of that game multiple times yesterday, and then they weren't. Like, they grind. And AJ Hinch, I saw Broder yesterday.
Yep.
Shout out.
Talking about and I think it was Broder. No, it was Brady. About the AJ Hinch got too cute.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, stand down, man.
Yeah, what?
Like, AJ Hinch. The team was 0 for 15 with runners in scoring position, and there they were, 5-4 in the 9th, because A.J. Hinch managed his ass off.
Can I get back to what, and this is how I'm going to answer this question, but I want to get back to what our buddy Flannel was saying. I get what you're saying, okay? But that's not what we need out of Spencer Torkelson. Like, I'm with you. Seriously, I'm with you. That's fantastic. It's great that he was able to get on base, but that's not the puzzle piece that we need out of Spencer Torkelson. We need him to drive the ball. I don't need Spencer Torkelson to take the free pass. I need Spencer Torkelson to drive the ball. I need him to find the gaps. I need him to put the ball over the fence and everything. Does it change my opinion on this season? No, not really. But at the same time, there are some things that I think, Neil, we had a pretty good gauge of what this team was. And maybe, just maybe, if this torque stays around in some kind of capacity, maybe we can up our win total a few. I don't know. That's my takeaway. How's that?
Sad.
Scoot 9810 in the super chat. What is the Tigers' wins and losses? I had 81 and 81. That's what I had. So we kind of touched on that
82
yesterday.
and 80 is what
All right. So,
I'm not. I think they're going to finish 3-4 games back. I don't think it'll be good enough for a wild card. I hope I'm wrong.
they could win. I could see them win in 78. I could see them win in 89.
I took the over 84.5 yesterday, or 83.5 yesterday. So,
all right,
I think 84, 85 wins around there. Last question is tonight a must win?
You have to have it.
Oh, you have
to have it. You have to
Season's done.
validate last year.
Season's done.
You have to bounce back. If you lose tonight, you lost
It's
the
over,
series
man.
already.
Yeah.
You're in danger of being swept. You still
0-2?
got to go to Seattle. All you'd have to do if you do lose tonight, all you have to do is win 2 out of every 3 games the rest of the way.
This is a mentally soft team, and an 0-2 hole will have them fall apart. So there.
That's very reasonable.
Where can we find Woodward on the socials?
You can find Woodward on socials everywhere. At Woodward Sports is all you got to type in. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, X, Twitch, TikTok, all that good stuff.
on your mind.
Make sure you tap in to
OnlyFans.
Woodward Sports on all social media platforms.
And OnlyFans.
Hey,
Spencer Raxter feet.
I might make an OnlyFans. I'm just
Hey, it's hard out here.
There's
Yeah, I
extra
might
money
get out here.
Extra money on the side. You never
Yeah,
know.
dog.
Make sure you tap in to Woodward Sports on all social media platforms. Listen, OnlyFans wasn't just for porn. The hosts just got their hands on it. No, it's got the connotation. OnlyFans was supposed to be for us.
He's right.
It was supposed to be for us.
No, he's right.
I'm on my soapbox. I was supposed to be able to go back there, record myself talking about Tigers for 10 minutes, put it on my OnlyFans, and have people pay for it. But now, those sluts got a hold of it.
They're tickers.
Social media at Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Listen, I'm not sure who, but somebody let the Tigers get hot.
The Detroit Tigers are locked and loaded for another great summer in Detroit. And it all starts downtown at the biggest home opener party in the city. Join Woodward Sports at Grand Slam Festival as we take over the Detroit Opera House parking lot. A big-ass tent for a big-ass Detroit party. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFestival.com or follow Woodward Sports on X and IG for your chance to get in for free. Party across from Comerica Park and hear the roar as the Tigers take the field for the first time in 2025. DJs, food trucks, bartenders, live broadcasts, and more. See you for the Tigers' first home game of the season, April 4th at the Grand Slam Festival with Detroit's biggest party animals, Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. And here's what you can do. You can scan the QR code on the screen right above my head. And when you make your first deposit with the promo code Woodward1000, then you make your first bet. If you lose your first bet, all the way up to $1,000, you'll get it back as a free bonus bet. Think the Tigers are going to win the World Series? What are they, about 20-ish to 1, 30-ish to 1, something like that? Put $1,000 on it. You'll get it back as a free bonus bet. You see what I'm saying here, everybody? Take advantage. Use the promo code Woodward1000 when you make your first deposit. And it's Caesars, by the way. All the markets are out there. Again, there's no glitching. It's Caesars, one of the OGs in the sports betting game and the official sports book of Woodward Sports. Hey, are we having any fun today, by the way?
It's a good day.
I'm chilling.
Is it fun or no?
Today was a good day.
No, it is. It's Bourbon Friday, which is really rye whiskey. Compliments of Varchaz, finished in the port wine cask. Sean Belizean loves it.
Varchas is goated.
Oh, yeah, they absolutely
really,
are.
this is-
Rob, you guys are doing it right. I know you're probably sitting there bottling the stuff right now.
Rob,
a couple
seriously,
miles
can
down
I
the road.
order?
Thank you.
This is really good. This is really good.
There
You
you
know,
have it.
Neil got so much pull, they pull up to the studio when he requested.
Dude, you were here, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
when we finished the last bottle?
Yeah,
They
man.
were here in
They
like 30
pulled up.
minutes. Like Instacart.
This is
Neil's like, oh, I want more Varchas. More Varchas up here.
It was like stick with Jared Goff.
No, honest. I'll take a couple of bottles of this. This is really good. This
All
is,
right. Hey, Rob,
for
there you go.
ride guys out there, no, honestly, this is go get yourself some of this. This is rock solid.
DNC ENT has a great question about the
Shout
Tigers
out.
in the super chat. What's a better donation? Should I take a $25 Javi hits a home run every game until it hits?
Oh, shit.
Or should I supply a Coke addict every game day?
The latter.
Absolutely. All right. We gotta get some football stuff in, right, Spenny?
Yes.
Lions nickel package, draft nickel package, boom boom back to back.
Boom, boom. I'm done.
All right, let's go.
First question of the Lions nickel package: is the offensive line a concern? I'll say the depth.
Concern?
I'll say the depth.
Yeah, I was about to say no.
Yeah, but I mean, look, I thought about that question a lot more than I probably should have yesterday when I saw the list.
Agreed.
And when you say what about the depth, I would say sure, but then I would say there are 32 teams, namely the Kansas City Chiefs, that are probably concerned about offensive line depth because we saw that play out. I think this is a brilliant answer. I'm not going to pull punches with you. The offensive line as it sits right now is not a concern for me. The offensive line, possibly as early as next season, becomes a concern for me. Is that fair?
Makes sense.
I don't know if people know this. This is one of my favorite old bits, okay? I don't know if people know this, but there's something on the National Football League calendar called the NFL Draft. And in this draft, Neil, on Thursday night, there's something called the first round.
That's
where
all there is.
You can pick somebody that could help, say, for example, your offensive line. And let's pretend, for the sake of an argument, you didn't pick somebody in that first round. This is like I'm Billy Mays here. But wait, there's more. If you act now, there's a second and third round on Friday, and then there's a round 4, 5, 6, and 7. People want that instant reaction and to lose their mind instantaneously. Neil, right now, today, I'm going to answer the question as Spenny answered. Right now, today, yeah, it's a little concerned. But what happens if they take Tyler Booker in the first round? Okay, guess what? My fears were just alleviated. You take an interior...
The quote from Scarface, I have no more concern.
Right.
That's a
Oh,
good
by the
quote.
way, I know what you're thinking. So the rookie fixes everything? A rookie being placed amongst those monsters, yeah, I feel pretty confident. I like his chances a lot better as opposed to being around a bunch of uncertainties. That is still an offensive line that has incredible pieces, and an interior lineman is going to be able to perform better with those incredible pieces around him. So, no, I'm not too concerned about it.
In the super chat, Ryan's reaction just says Abdul Carter. More on him in the NFL Draft Nickel package coming up next, by the way. All right, second down.
Second down, second question of the Lions nickel package. Would you be upset if they don't get an edge in the first round?
Real quick in the chat, Steve DeYoung. Neil Rule, happy Bourbon Friday. Steve, I know you're one of the OGs. You're in with it. Happy Bourbon Friday to you.
Is this a safe space?
Yes.
Yes.
This is a safe space?
Trust tree.
I would be very upset if they didn't get an edge in the first round.
Everybody's saying
Okay.
And I saw a mock draft yesterday that I would be violently upset if it happened.
What was it?
It was the Lions took a offensive guard out of North Dakota State. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that guy's getting a lot of run.
Which I'm cool
Hamill?
with. Yeah. If you get a guard in the first round, okay, it's not the end of the world. Wouldn't freak out.
Okay.
But after the Lions drafted that guard, the Washington Commanders drafted Shamar Stewart, the Kansas City Chiefs drafted Michael Williams, and the Eagles drafted Ozuriku. And I was just like, okay, yeah, you can't let that happen.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that same mock had us getting Nick Scorton in the second round.
Yeah, and Nick, and
Bingo.
that pissed me off even more.
But
if that pisses me off even more, because if you're gonna get an edge, why the fuck would you wait for the second round to get him when you could get a better guard than Nick Scorton is at an edge in the second round?
You know what's funny this year?
But that's just a mock, so I have to remember that.
You know what's funny this year, though, Spenny, and I think you and I touched on this a couple weeks ago. There are a lot of edges that can be had in the second and even into the third round. And the one thing that we have to remember, okay, and this is where I'm going to call out people, and not you, Spenny.
Yeah.
Okay? Sometimes people have hypocrisy about stuff like this. So do you trust Brad Holmes?
Yes.
99% of the people are going to say trust Brad Holmes. Then you have to remember this is a guy that more often than not is going to go BPA.
Yep.
If Zabel is there, if Tyler Booker is there, and he feels that they are the best player
At
available
that position.
then
I'm
gonna
into
do it.
Sean. I am.
I'm fine.
do it.
And so if pick 60 comes around, and maybe there's a guy in that range, there are a few guys in that range, but I'm telling you, I just one man's opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I think there's value to be had in the second and third round at the edge position.
Thank you. A lot of edges are going to fall in this draft, and I know Brad Holmes so well that if he selects a guard in the first round, he's probably going to trade up in the second round and go get the edge that he wants.
Bam.
I'm telling you, that's where he likes to get aggressive
It seems to be a playbook with him,
I'm
does it
telling
not?
you,
Like
if you
we've
watch
seen
the
this kind of
moves,
play out.
You know he likes to do that.
I agree. I'm trust Brad Holmes. I'm do that, do this. If those three names were passed on, I would be very upset.
I hear you.
Especially
I hear you.
the
I receive
places that those names went to. Washington, Kansas City, Philadelphia. Getting 3 of the top 4 edge rushers in the draft as you passed up on them, I would not be okay with that.
I
really?
received that.
Like,
Really.
So you wouldn't even give it a chance to see his evaluation
No,
and
I
see
would
who
be
he liked?
extremely upset. And if you went,
So you wouldn't trust him?
If you went edge in the second round too, that would piss me off even more.
You'll find yourself in a position, though, like I keep looking at Buffalo at number 30. Like, if there was a prime candidate to try to get some value,
Yeah.
it might be Buffalo because of the scenario that you just brought up. All that value, Philly, Kansas City, Detroit, Washington, all right there in that group. If Buffalo's looking at somebody saying, we need to add something, Buffalo might be the team to pick, especially with some of the value that they have later on in the draft as well. So if there was a team, I know we talk, and KG, you brought it up, we talk so much about the trade down, and I get it. You could even fall back to Buffalo and get a really good pick. Like, honestly, you could still have 30 overall. And, oh, by the way, get another additional pick with that.
Yeah. I'm just not going to lose my mind if they take a guard first.
Right.
As long as they get that edge rusher in the second
or
or
even
third
a
round.
center.
Tyler Booker falls to 28,
over.
you're going to bitch about that? No, I'm not.
No.
But if they take him over 3 of those edges, I might be a little upset about it. But
And that's
like I
fair.
said, if those 3 guys are on the board for the Lions at 28, there's no way Brad Holmes passes on.
Well,
all
I
3.
know the arc of Spenny though too on draft day.
Yeah.
Like you'll snap,
But-
like
and
you'll run hot,
the
and then
whole-
as it sets in, then you'll kind of come back
The whole
down.
Brad only does BPA. Brad's going BPA. He only does
That's
BPA.
not true
It's
either.
not true.
Yeah.
You
I
don't
saw
think it is
You
true.
saw it last year.
Yeah.
We literally saw it last year. You're in the same exact situation you are this year that you were last year going into the draft. Last year, you had a glaring need at cornerback in a draft that was extremely deep with cornerbacks. So Brad Holmes moved up to get a cornerback. This year, you have a glaring need at edge rusher in a draft that is extremely deep at edge rusher. And I think even if you're doing BPA, one of those edge rushers is going to be top 3 on your board at the position the Lions are at.
Well, and this goes back to KG's point. This is where I don't rule it out, because if Mike Green or Pierce from Tennessee are there in the early 20s, KG, I don't rule it out.
Exactly. And it also depends on how the board falls. I believe there's going to be a lot of edge rusher talent in that second round as well. But it all depends on how the board shakes out. I don't expect him to trade into the top 10. So it depends on whatever happens in the top 10, and then he makes his moves.
And Rando Smalls in the Woodward Sports Chat says, so Spenny is a better judge of talent than Brad? Yes. Me reacting to this fictitious mock
like,
draft
come on, bro.
makes me believe that I know more than Brad Holmes.
Don't be
You
the
got
fun
me.
police,
All
bro.
right,
Come on.
here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the break kind of midstream here, but I do want to say this. I have been disappointed with the draft juice but now I see it.
Oh, you see?
Not like this one right here.
Yeah,
now I see it. We were delayed, everybody.
We here.
But we are back.
This was an overall terrible mock draft. Because not only here we go. I got him now. Not only were those 3 edges on the board when Brad Holmes took that offensive guard, so is Kenneth Grant.
Oh, okay.
You Michigan fans.
What are you reading? Footballtimes.net.org?
ESPN.com.
Who did it?
Matt Miller.
You just got poor drafters in that room. I don't know.
Exactly what it is.
Like I said, if those, I wouldn't be mad if Brad Holmes takes a guard in the first round because I think guard is the second biggest need on this team.
Yeah,
so if you get a guard, I'm fine with that.
I agree with you.
But if you pass over those 4 guys,
it's not lost
Shamar
on him.
Stewart, Ozaraku, Williams, and
God,
Grant,
we're gonna carry this
not
out.
Those DLs, that's again, I think there's depth at the edge position, and I know there's depth at the DL position. You're gonna get a damn good defensive lineman in the 3rd round. I'm convinced of it.
And if he likes somebody, he will move up.
Can I ask a question? Like, what's the? And I haven't gotten neck deep in it.
Yeah.
Like I do a lot of sports. What's the center situation look like? Like as far as the mocks go, because I'm telling you guys,
there isn't. You don't really draft
first
centers
round
anymore.
center.
It's just
there's usually one, and they usually play for Duke.
It's just
you know what?
You can do that later.
Yeah.
No.
You know how there's usually one. Usually there's a center from Duke that goes 30,
listen,
and then one doesn't go for 4.
I'm not
grab him
against
in the
your
fifth.
logic.
We'll grab him in the 5th.
Yeah, but it's not center or guard anymore. It's just interior offensive.
Yeah, and I'm not
much,
against
pretty
your
much.
logic. I mean, you can do that.
You know they
later
play
than-
for Duke.
You have to start. You have to start thinking about it. You do.
Yeah,
100%.
really have to start thinking about
I'm to the point I wanted a dress.
You got 3 guys that are over their on the back 9 of their career when you look at Taylor Decker, Graham Glasgow, and Frank Ragnow. And I don't think nobody's saying they're going to retire today, but
it's sooner rather than later.
And you got Mahogany, you got Manu, who looks to be on true. I think they do have a system in place, but it wouldn't hurt to add to that room, especially with Graham Glasgow, who was the biggest question.
I just want a center that played at Duke or Kansas State because it seems like those are the 2 places where the centers go.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just the way that it is. Real quick, Greg Rounds. I heard Almago is back typed up in Twitter waiting for Baez to hit a home run. He let me down again. Hey, spoiler alert, Greg. My Twitter account got hacked, so I won't see any of them.
Greg,
Tell them about Jars.
On that horse tonight.
Right.
Almago's going deep tonight. I can smell it.
Tell them about Jars.
Rookie pitcher versus Javier Baez.
They got a rookie pitcher on Saturday, too.
Yeah, look at that. Javier Baez eating. All right. He's just got the veteran savvy. Jars Cannabis. All right, Woodward sports fans. Whether you're hitting a game or simply just chilling, Jars has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of recreational cannabis products. They've got 27 locations across the state, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations are right in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby. And if you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way soon. Go to jarscannabis.com to see where you can get your favorite products today. It's Jars Cannabis.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters. Woodward Sports. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. Big in Injuries? Big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
For men, open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You can also add on a hot leather neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment, all that good stuff. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
Okay. For the 5th time in the last 2 Fridays, let's try to get it going here. All right, everybody, here we go. Woodward Sports Chat. Oh, Neil Rule, Sean Belizian.
It's impossible. Like, us 5... It's like a bad mix, all right?
It needs to be a 4-hour show.
We be chilling too much.
We're a bad mix. We are.
Yeah.
Manugia Mansion. Neil, did your X account get hacked? Yes, it did, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, you was talking too much shit about the NHL. Gary Bettman shut all that down.
Shut me all down, absolutely.
Is that what happened for real?
No, I don't know. Somebody got access to it and then turned on 2-factor authentication, and so like I can sign into it still.
Yep.
Like
Can I
changed
send
it.
you texts?
The typical hack.
I'm gonna send tweets to you. Right now.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. I'll never get them. But yeah, we're working through with X support.
Your picture is popping up in people's DMs asking for just
Bitcoin
things. Yeah, right.
Yeah, 100%. Real quick, Rando Smalls just fired up some D-Mac Bud. So there you go.
Hey,
it's Friday for him too.
That D-Mac pack.
All right, let's try here. Let's make an effort.
All right.
Where were we at? Number third down?
Third question of the Lions nickel package. Can they realistically pay Kirby, Branch, Hutch, J-Mo, and Gibbs on top of all the money they've already given out?
Because they don't spend in free agency. Newsflash.
Well, I don't want it just our own guys. I don't want that.
Why would you?
Is it becoming clear now? Like, is it becoming clear what the deal is?
I'm sober.
Spenny, you're king of the transaction, right?
Oh, yeah.
You love it. It's become clear to you? Because I've noticed you kind of stand down a little bit over the past 6 months or so.
That's why I knew we were never getting Trey Hendrickson. Myles Garrett I was all in on because he's on $20 million a year. Trey Hendrickson I knew it was never going to happen.
Right. So you're cool with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're a Kirby guy.
Because he drafts all pros.
Yeah.
And you got to keep them.
Yep.
So are we in a position, and maybe I can't do this yet, but we're in a position where people, you need to stand down a little bit about your little Madden trade machine moves.
1,000%.
Yeah.
All of it. By the way, I just sent you a picture of Andy in red from Shawshank, and I said, I guess I just missed my friend. I needed to tweet that to you. So, yeah. No, we really
Say
are.
Watanabe.
But listen,
Say Watanabe.
this is the price of the Lions being a legitimate franchise now. Okay? Our expectations, rightfully so, are at a different place. And I understand that, and I bet you Brad understands that.
Yeah,
Like,
he does.
It's
not lost on him.
And I'd rather have it this way, KG.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it this way.
And I'm curious to see where the chat is with that, because it's there's not a lot to say about this, I don't think. Like, it's very, very clear what their motives are. And all those names that you just listed, do you like them? And I know you do, except for J-Mo. For some reason, you guys don't like J-Mo, but I like 1,000-yard receivers. I guess I'm stupid like that.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah,
KG?
It's still a thing. It's still a thing. Unfortunately,
1,000-yard guy in what 14 games?
Although I feel like the majority they know who J-Mo is.
Okay,
but
I'm not being funny. At the beginning of last season, I didn't really get it, but I almost got it. And so that's why I had some fun with our boy Flannel. Like, okay, he doesn't have to be this, that, and the other thing. But after what he did last year, I don't know how that can still exist.
Yeah, he's only going to seemingly get better from here. But, yeah, ultimately it's just It'd be different if I feel better as a fan because Brad Holmes actually calls about these guys. Like, he's called about Miles Garrett. We've heard reports that he's tried to get Daniil Hunter. He's tried to get these people. He's called about him and at least inquired. So if he doesn't do that, fine. Because he's such a good talent evaluator in the draft, I got to live with that.
Hey, here it is, Dr. Clappencheeks. Who's a doctor?
Shit, a learned doctor.
Yeah, learned doctor, no doubt. I'm going to laugh in Neil's face if we don't win the Super Bowl. I guess our own guys were enough. Will be my direct quote. Then what's your move, Dr. Clappencheeks? What's your move? Who are you trading for that wasn't traded?
People got
tell me. Tell me what your move is then.
People got to realize that our guys are pretty damn good, though. Like, we are an elite team in this league. You got to start respecting them.
This is where I get off the highway, though, with that. Then what's the move? Tell me.
That's the goal. When you draft these people, you want to sign them to second contracts. That means you have a good GM and organization.
We have such a horrible franchise in our lives that our reference point is just off base, okay? You go out there and you draft the guys, and then you add the supplement pieces after that. I mean, really, that's where people don't that's how normal franchises work. That's how normal franchises win Super Bowl. They get their own guys, and they supplement what they already have with the free agency. And if need be, you go and grab a guy. You grab a Za'Darius. You grab a guy as we get closer to the trade deadline. That's where we're at right now. We're this close, and I have no doubt in my mind that Brad's going to be able to make some moves during the season, mind you, that are going to put the Lions in the best possible position.
Some breaking news here. I just got an email from the Pistons. They had a Cade Cunningham medical update. The Pistons have put out a release. They said our recent imaging on Cade Cunningham's left calf confirmed a left calf contusion that he sustained during the game last week at Dallas. He will miss tonight's game against Cleveland and will continue his treatment regimen with the Pistons athletic training staff. Cunningham will be listed as day-to-day moving forward.
Keep him to the playoffs if you got to.
So it's a thing where, and here's what that tells me. He did it before, played on it.
Mm-hmm.
He played on it, right?
Yeah.
So
it's a
calf
contusion. Yeah, there's nothing to be worried about.
So there you go.
Making easy, we're crashing out a little bit yesterday.
Get right by the right time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where
people
we're
got the playoffs are within reach, and listen, it would be great if they can get to the 4 seed or something like that, but they are secured in the playoffs. That's what matters.
If the playoffs started today, Cade Cunningham would be playing today.
That's it.
No, exactly.
I want the Knicks too.
That's it. That's all. Ryan's reaction. Love JMO. Look up the reception to TD ratio. I've been saying that forever. But yeah, that's where it's been. Next down.
All right. The fourth question of the Lions nickel package. Will this be a top 5 offense next year?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I know. What evidence do you have other than you want to say the coordinator's gone? Okay. Yeah. All the ingredients to that cake
still there.
Are still there.
Based on what?
And
like
1 year better.
Wow.
If you give me the counter argument, I'm going to ask you based on what? If you say it's because the offensive coordinator isn't there, I think you are woefully underrating the talent that has been accumulated on the offense.
I'll even raise that one. Y'all want to run the football? I feel like John Morgan gonna give y'all what you want. He gonna run the football.
You want to see my face?
Right, exactly. He gonna give you what you want.
Next down.
Final question of the Lions nickel package. Guess who's still a free agent? Is Za'Darius Smith gonna happen?
I'm not saying he's not going to happen. Is that fair? Like,
it's fair.
It doesn't seem like he's talking to a lot of other teams either. So, yeah.
Depth. Go collect him. Come back here. He knows what it is.
How about what if he pulls that off?
Oh my
I think he will. I want to believe that.
He's a pig in shit. Really? Yes. I thought there was a lot of slander thrown around his name last year. I didn't particularly like it. I still remember the Chicago game where I was this close to having my pants around my ankles in the second quarter, and it didn't happen, but when the moment called for itself, that was a dude that stepped up.
He affected winning.
That's exactly
won that game.
You got it.
Super chat before we ride off to the break. It's not like the Chiefs and Eagles didn't spend 5 to 7 years getting bounced in the playoffs before getting over the hump. The Rams weren't an outlier as well. And then also in the super chat, and this is on me, Clark brings up a good point. Neil, I thought you were putting them feet up on the desk. What happened to feet up Friday? Clark, thank you. Thank you for holding me accountable. When we come back from this break,
goddamn right,
the physiology's changing.
It's fair.
Is that fair?
It's fair. Friday. Don't
All right.
fall.
Let's do it. Mark White.
Mark White, if you're looking to buy or sell your home, visit Mark White. Call him right now because he can save you up to $5,000 in your closing costs. Just visit him at markwhitesells.com or call him at 248-290-8242. Mark White should be your first choice if you're looking to buy or sell your home.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports. Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Les Stanford Chevrolet. It's where I got my car. It's where you should get yours. Les Stanford Buick GMC has great offers for everyone. Get a 2024 Envision Avenir for only $299 per month. Try out the 2025 Sierra Crew Cab Elevation for only $229 per month. Don't forget the 2025 Hummer EV SUV for $799 per month. Get to Les Stanford today and check out their massive inventory. Les Stanford Buick GMC. LesStanford.com.
We back.
Hi. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Thank you for keeping me accountable. Yeah, I got the feet up on the desk now. This is what we're doing. Final hour of the week. Here we go.
This is your album cover. I
That's
hope
what
you
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Parental advisory.
Right.
But no, we're back at it. Neil Rule, Sean Belizian in for DMAC KG,
Sean,
Spencer
control
Raxter,
yourself.
Chase in the Chase Lounge.
Control yourself.
This portion of the program brought to you by Buddies. Let's send it over to our man on the street, Sean Belizian.
Look at the corner of George. That is just absolutely beautiful. Never, ever ceases to praise George. Neil, sit. See that? There's
The little crusting.
a lot of people look at that and say, I don't want that. I want that! I want that! Injected in my veins right there. That is beautiful. You go get one of those today, you'll feel better about yourself.
Back to you, Neil. Absolutely. By the way, use a promo code 10meal. Do that too. All right, nickel package. Let's do this. We'll do the Pistons one real quick because we kind of, we had some breaking Pistons news. We'll take the break. We'll come back. We'll do the NFL draft one. Is that fair? We're going around the game.
Yeah,
Sounds
we
good to
there.
me.
All right, let's do the Pistons one.
All right, first question of the Pistons nickel package. It is, I got it right here, so don't you worry.
I know you do. Don't you worry your pretty little head off. I know.
Oh,
Not your
I
pretty
made
little
the
head.
Pistons nickel package, so I do have it right here. All right, first question. Does the Cade injury concern you?
No, we just went over it.
No.
Second down.
No! Fine. Second question.
For those that missed it, by the way, the Pistons just put out a medical update. Cade Cunningham did some imaging on his calf. He has a calf contusion. He will not play tonight. He will continue to be day-to-day. But if it were the playoffs,
Yeah.
bet your ass he'd be out there. All right, second down.
Second question of the nickel package. Do you have fantasies of Devin Booker?
Real quick in the chat, Hoof-Hearted, Buddies is a Cindy Crawford of pizza.
It really is. Do you remember what, seriously, do you remember when we did that a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
It was like, do you know how many people I heard from and just, dude, I didn't know about that Cindy Crawford girl.
Yeah.
I mean,
She was transcendent.
It really was.
Yeah.
Just absolute smoke show.
Transcendent of time.
Not as much as Buddies and not as much as Cindy Crawford, but Devin Booker's somewhere on that.
He's pushing 30, right?
Yeah.
I don't the same way you guys do. Now, if you tell me, I will say this, though. I'm not obtuse. Like, if you told me it cost us not Ron Holland and a couple first,
Yeah.
I give it a spin.
Neil, I'm in line with you. The only problem is, would he make us a title contender in the East? Absolutely. Is that enough to get the title? I don't know.
I've talked about it before. I would love Devin Booker on this team, and I think the team, like all NBA teams, there's going to be at a point where you need to make that move to get over the hump.
That's fair.
Because that's what the NBA is. Like, you can, it's not like the NFL to where you can completely build everything from your own. Like, you're going to have to get a guy. But I don't think the Pistons, to use a Neil term, are at that exit on the highway yet. I think you get into next year and the year after that where they're consistently winning playoff series, where they're maybe going to an Eastern Conference Finals. Then you're at the point where you're one guy away from winning a championship. Trading for Devin Booker is we're trying to win the championship right now.
And, Neil, do you think they still maybe trying to see what Ivy is looking like? Because, I mean, he was the second leading scorer on this team this year before he went down.
Devin Booker's 28. Here's the deal. If it costs me Ivy and, like, is the gap between Devin Booker and Jaden Ivey worth 2 first-round picks?
Yes.
3 first-round picks?
Yes.
3. Is it?
Yeah.
3?
Yes.
2, yes. 3, I don't.
What are we talking about?
That's where I'm at. Spenny, you hit the nail on top of it. That's where I am next year.
Yeah.
If we had this conversation a year from now, yes, gimme, want. Right now, you know what? This, I hate to say it, this is a, let's go beat the Knicks.
Yeah.
See what happens after that. I'm not
You're not
expecting
fun.
a lot.
Dad, you're not fun.
Sorry.
The Pistons are going to have cap, too.
I know we have hamburgers at home, Dad.
Yeah.
I know we do. But I want McDonald's.
I want the Colonel, but that's
Next down.
Next question of the Pistons nickel package. Do you expect a series win this year out of this team?
Not the same way you guys do. Like I'm
That's
not demanding it. Like I'm not calling for it. And for the people that say I do, then I'll spin that back on you. Would you bet your car payment on them winning the series?
If it's against the Pacers, yes.
Against the
You think
Pacers,
they'll beat the
yes?
Pacers?
Yeah, because against Milwaukee and
I'm the
shout
most
out
worried about the Pacers.
No, but shout out Rod Beer. He said this on the morning show the other day. Against Milwaukee, against Giannis Antetokounmpo, that feels like he has to carry the load for the team. No, I'm good. Even without Lillard.
We've
I
proven
understand.
we struggle.
Yeah,
with
nah.
Giannis.
But against the Pacers or even dare I say the Knicks,
I like their chances better against the Knicks.
I like the
I
chances.
really do.
You're our Knicks insider. You tell me.
Yeah, I mean, you know what happens with Thibodeau teams when it gets to the playoffs? Guys are burnt out.
Yeah, exactly.
And Karl Anthony
Yes,
Towns
yes.
is a puss.
You know what's funny? I was watching that game. Was it last night or it might have been the night before? Night before, I was watching the game on the League Pass, and like Thibodeau was out there. I'm like, I feel fatigued, like watching him coach, and I'm just parachuting in for tonight's game.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be such a grind to play under him, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what happens. They wear down their guys. And even though he's got a deep team, he doesn't use his rotation in the regular season for some
And
reason.
at the first sign of adversity, they collapse.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
It just happens.
That's
I would
facts.
rather see the Knicks and the Bucks than the Pacers. The Pacers are the team I don't want to see.
I know, but
Y'all
but
keep playing with Giannis like that. Even though it's no Lillard, I get that. But you still have Giannis, and we don't match up well against him.
No, and I agree with you on that. And there is a part of me, probably because I don't like. I'm not saying I would bet my car payment on them winning a series because I wouldn't.
No, of course.
But the entertainment, Neil, wants the Pacers.
I told you,
because
fan deal.
I truly believe Isaiah Stewart would fight somebody on the floor.
Yeah, no.
I truly believe that, and I'm here for it. Like, I want to see it. I do. Great Lakes 24 in the super chat. Neil, try McAllen 12 year, very smooth and no peat.
Very good. Very good.
But that's incorrect.
dad
To my
drinks-
palate, there's peat on there, man.
My dad drinks Macallan. That's his stuff.
I know, and I want to have one. Next time I see him, it's on me. We're having one.
All right.
And look, I don't like it, but I would like the company, and that's where I'm different. Like, it's
fair.
not the drink; it's the people you're drinking
I think
with.
Doers is almost like the beginner's course, though. Like you're taking the 101 course.
Yeah.
Maybe get into that a little bit, and then you can take the 201 course.
I don't do that. I test out of the 101
All right,
course.
then
All
do
right.
what you need to do.
All right. Were we done, or we got one more?
We got one more. Is Cade and no, we got two more.
Okay.
So, fourth question of the Pistons nickel package. How important are Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway Jr. for the playoffs?
Crucial.
Very
critical. As important. And look, you guys are going to laugh at this when I say it. As important as Cade, if they're going to win.
I don't think that's wrong at all.
If they're going to win,
There's
Sean,
nothing crazy
they're
about
as
that.
important
Yeah,
as Cade.
no.
And I would, you know what? All right, you guys are receptive, so I'll have to push back again and
Oh,
go
here we
even
go.
further,
Here we go.
I would say they're more important than Cade because you know what you're going to get from Cade at a baseline.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't think that's crazy. I don't think that's crazy. And you know what? Yeah, we're in a position. Gosh, isn't it wonderful? Instead of golly gee, just getting in. Yeah, let's go win a playoff series. Let's see what happens. Let's go win a playoff series.
Okay, you know what? In the chat, Spenny, can you do this for me?
What's that?
And look, Super Bowl Cartier is he's a very controversial figure in the chat.
Facts.
I respect him because he's in there. I do. And he's a critical part of the Woodward audience.
Yeah.
You may not agree with what
No,
he
he
says,
is, yeah.
but he brings some stuff to the table.
I
He
accept
does.
Super, I do.
However, he has to be blocked right now. Can you time him out?
I see it.
He has to be. Super Bowl Cartier, trade for Embiid. Time him out.
Oh,
I'll give him a 10-second timeout.
This
Thank
is
you.
a non-MB
Super
program.
Bowl Cartier, like, look, I know you're controversial, and I know some people don't like you and don't like what you have to say. And I'm not saying I do. However, I value you. However, trade for Embiid, you get blocked immediately.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Blocked immediately. All right. We're back on the clock, right?
Final question
Oh, no.
of the Pistons nickel package. Is Cade Cunningham first team All-NBA?
Yes.
Yes, but no.
Yeah.
Sean, finish my point for me.
Yes, but no.
'Cause of
yes,
the media,
he should
the
be.
national
No,
media.
he won't be. How's
National media gonna hate on it. Yeah, we got
It's
it.
not going to happen.
There's a lot, like, the national media, with the exception of Mark Spears from ESPN,
Right, shout
he's
out to him.
excluded from this.
Friend of the
'Cause
show.
Mark Spears was on this, and I'll never forget his line. Mark, why were you first to the party on Cade? Well, you have to be paying attention. That was a bar.
Yeah.
That was a bar when we talked to him.
Wait, whoa. Whoa. Media personalities actually paying attention? You better knock that shit off, Rule.
No doubt. So props to him. This is Mark Spears excluded, all right? They use Cade, right, to write their little positive stuff and things like that. But when the moment of truth comes, when they're in a voting booth,
They gonna fold.
concealed from everybody
Yeah,
else,
they gonna
their
fold.
true feelings will come
It's
out.
going to be SGA and Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. Second
And
team,
you're an Anthony Edwards
I
guy.
love Anthony Edwards.
Cade or Anthony Edwards?
Right now?
it's Cade.
First team.
Oh, first team, Anthony Edwards.
Cade that had a better year though.
It should be Cade, but it's going to be Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
No. I'm not saying what will be. If you're the voter,
I'm
Yeah,
voting-
if you
I'm
the
voting
voter
for
is
Cade.
Cade.
Yeah,
He's had a better
absolutely.
year.
Yeah, I'm voting for Cade.
and you're an Anthony Edwards guy, so I don't know what else to say to the people.
I would trade
Second or third team,
I
though,
would
it's no
trade. I
excuse.
would trade
Would
everybody
you
on
agree
this
with that?
team. I would trade everybody on this team not named Cade Cunningham to get Anthony Edwards.
But you wouldn't be able to.
But you wouldn't be able to. I would trade 10 first-round picks and every player on the team not named Cade Cunningham for Cade and Anthony.
DNC-ENT, free Cartier. Man didn't do none wrong. Well, you had to hurry up and get that one in because he's banned for 10 seconds. So there it is. Merch. Shop.woodwardsports.com. If you're just lounging on a Feed Up Friday, like I am right now, go to shop.woodwardsports.com. Get geared up. Get ready for the draft. Get the F them pick shirt, even though like there were no trades to be made. But that's how some of you work, so go ahead and do it that way. Or get the Boo Them Kids shirt if you don't have that one yet. Get ready for the Pistons push. Woodward Sports Golf line as well. It's all there for you. Go to shop.woodwardsports.com.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for FeldmanAuto.com and Feldman Chevrolet in Novi in particular. Why they got the deals like the Silverado 2025 Crew Cab for just $199 a month for a lease plus guys. What are we talking about here? Equinox, the SUV. You got the kids and you got the kids. Do it this way with the Equinox front-wheel drive SUV, just $249 a month plus tax as well. They're the number one Chevrolet dealer in the state of Michigan. They're the number one EV dealer in the nation. I bought my car there. Sean, did you buy a car there?
I did.
Sean did. I'm just saying, we know more than most. Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. Number one Chevrolet dealer in Michigan. All right.
Grizzlies fired Taylor Jenkins.
Damn.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
Huh.
They must got somebody they want
Did he
there.
win Coach of the Year last year? Or 2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah.
I think so, right?
They third in the East, third or fourth? I mean, in the West.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, hey, look at this in the chat. Nick Lucido, our resident Giants
Where
guy.
he been at?
Oh, hey, guys. What's up, everyone?
Hey.
Oh, hey, Nick. Who'd you all sign at quarterback?
Oh, he's probably losing his mind.
That is the greatest quarterback room in the history of quarterback rooms, and I will die on that hill.
Russell
Russ
and Jameis.
and Jamo. Oh,
Is
And
Joe
DeVito.
Shane still employed?
And they got DeVito in there.
oh my gosh. I need that.
Hey,
Like,
you know the story. Russell Wilson to get hurt. Jameson to play a game.
That's,
Or two
that's
or
a
three.
sitcom. Tell me you wouldn't watch that shit.
I said it yesterday when we went over that mock draft, and I said the Giants need to draft a quarterback, obviously. And I couldn't think of a more perfect room for a Shedeur Sanders to walk into than having Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston in there being like the angel and devil on your shoulder. Like Russell Wilson being the cringy angel, like, hey, tell everybody unlimited, and then roll out and make a play. And then Jameis Winston on the other shoulder, like, throw it deep, throw it deep, throw it deep. It's just, I mean,
Perfect.
you can learn from both of them.
Absolutely perfect. Yeah. Something.
All right. Shout out Varchaz. We're going to work here on a Bourbon Friday. No, but Nick, welcome back, man. It's good to see you. I know he'll roll out to the draft party. So we may have him on the air. When the Giants pick, can we pull Nick
There we
Lucido
go.
on the air?
Shout out.
And talk about it? I can't
Absolutely.
wait for that.
Hell yeah, that'd be electric.
It would be electric. All right, y'all ready to, speaking of that, do the NFL draft nickel package?
Yeah.
do it.
All right, first question of the NFL draft nickel package. Abdul Carter won't work out at Penn State Pro Day, but will do measurements. He hurt his shoulder in the Fiesta Bowl and his stress reaction in his foot. Is he slipping?
There are warts, right? Like the more that pops up with this, and I know somebody in the chat earlier said, you know, Abdul Carter. I have my questions. Is that fair?
He'll still be top 5.
Oh, he'll be number one, right?
Yeah, exactly. Even if he slips, though, he'll still be top 5. Some team will take a chance.
Somebody will take him.
Oh, he's going to be top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Somebody will
What's your take on him, Sean?
Like, what's slipping?
Top 5 talent for sure. That's the type of guy.
Is he
that-
though? Like, is he? Was he dynamic? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like Jadeveon Clowney was dynamic.
Yeah, but he's
You know what the
athletic,
issues
too.
were with Jadeveon though is I mean, we all remember the hit, okay? It were motor issues. And people, if you remember, people were talking about that. People were talking. Everybody.
But he
has-
was dynamic.
Everybody has their warts, though. I see. That's where I agree with you. Everybody has their warts, and I think when a guy has that much physical ability, there's no way you let him pass.
Yeah, like, come on.
No
What are
way
we
you
talking
let him
about?
pass.
It's the same shit with the James Pierce. Attitude issues. Like you said, everybody's got warts, but are some of those warts actually real? Like, are these real things?
Let him get within
HPV.
shouting distance of the Lions, and I will literally fall on my knees and pray. And Spenny, this will make you happy that the Lions take that edge early.
But
Let
what if they
James
take a
Pierce
guard
just-
instead?
What's that?
I said, what if they take a guard instead?
If it's Tyler Booker, I'm not going to cry.
That's fair.
I'm
What
not
if it's the
going
North
to cry.
Dakota guy?
Right. If it's not Tyler Booker, you gonna be
Okay.
upset.
We'll talk.
What
How's
if they
that?
take a wide receiver? Brando's BPA.
Sean, you not being genuine with us.
It's
I
not,
would lose my mind, much like I did when they drafted a guy by the name of Mike Williams, who was fat and lazy.
I would lose my mind if
What?
they drafted a wide receiver.
Doesn't Tennessee need a quarterback though? Like
You would
they're
think
going to
so.
take him, right?
Yeah, they're going to.
Okay.
I don't
can't
know,
imagine.
man.
Yeah, I can't.
They might try to out Will Levis for one more.
No way.
For real.
They,
See,
No
again,
way.
the physiology in the
No
room
way.
changes.
But-
The draft is
No, but they
I
got
love
a
it.
new stadium on the way, so that would imply they need a quarterback.
This is a conversation I have had for years, okay? There are going to be quarterbacks going that you never saw going. Every year, set your watch. I don't give a shit.
This is going to be a repetitive thing
I
here
don't
on
give
the
a
show,
shit
by
what
the way.
you think about them, what you think about them. There are quarterbacks that go every year because there's such a premium on that position.
Yeah.
There is going to be a Will Levis selected. There's going to be somebody you're going, how the hell? Christian Ponder is what won me over.
Yeah.
Like literally.
That's when you tapped
I
out.
was like, I can't fight this fight. Some motherfucker thought it was a great idea to take Christian Ponder 11th overall. I'm done. I can't fight that fight anymore.
Sean.
My sweet, glorious Prince Jackson Dart gonna get drafted top 10.
He
Just
is.
wait on it.
He is.
Jackson Dart will go higher than anybody thinks. There's no doubt in my
And
mind.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's the best quarterback in the draft.
How many quarterbacks went between John Elway and Dan Marino in 1983?
Yeah,
Isn't that exactly what you're talking about?
even
Like,
back then, and Todd Blackledge was the safest pick. Like honestly, he really was. That was the safest pick.
Sean.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do things for a purpose, right? Like sometimes I say things for a purpose. Do I not, KG?
Yes,
sometimes
you
I do. Because sometimes I put a line in the water and I wait, right? And then I feel the nibble, and then I hook the hook, and I reel it in, and away we go. And Brian Ruth gave it to me. And look how clowny turned out. Sean, feel free to take this one.
Dude,
Still playing.
Yeah.
Sean, come on, give it to him.
But that's exactly why people take him. Like, do you understand that?
To this
That
day.
even with the motor issues, even with the people talking about his
Long-ass
attitude and
career.
his motor, when was that the 2012 draft, 2013
Over
draft?
a decade in the game.
Right? And it's 2025.
And people still signing that man.
And not just that, but what do people say at trade deadline? What do people take in the offseason?
Go get Jadeveon Clowney.
You know what? If we added Jadeveon Clowney, can you
That
imagine
man
what he
said
did
it
in this
himself?
game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got it, Clowney for the win. That's
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. All right, sorry.
All right, next question. Second question of the NFL Draft Nickel Package. The 49ers purged the roster, but have 4 of the first 100 picks and 11 picks overall. Are they going Brad Holmes style?
They trying to.
They've done this.
That's the only
changed
choice
on
they
the
have. They window shut.
it's changing.
They're going to sign Purdy, and they're going to
Yep,
They're
I
gonna
would
run it
agree
all
with
back.
you, and you know what? I have no problem saying, Neil, I think you were on the right path. I didn't agree with that. I didn't think that they'd sign Purdy, but when you look at the way that they've operated, I think that all signs point to that. It still isn't official yet, but this is a classic change on the fly. I think they're done. I do. I think that their window is closed. Are they going to be competitive
for the
Yeah.
top 100? Maybe you're right, but they'll be back quicker than any of us want to admit.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Except Christian McCaffrey is, you know what?
It's over.
They had that lightning in the bottle, and it's not coming back. Sorry, it's not.
No, that was their chance.
Yep.
He's cooked.
Third down.
Third down, third question of the NFL Draft Nickel Package. Speak of the devil, where will Jackson Dart get drafted?
To quote a friend of mine, and I'm going to steal your thunder, higher than you could ever imagine.
I won't be shocked at all if he goes in the first round. And I'm not.
Sean.
My jaw wouldn't drop, and I know where he's been slated to go and all the draft experts. But I say this every year. There's one undeniable truth. When the mocks start showing up in January, the only reason you pay attention to them is so you can laugh at them 4 months later, okay? Mocks this time of year, you start to figure out what the NFL teams really, really think. And when I see Jackson Dart's name going lower and lower down that list, that tells me everything I need to know.
I'm looking at the Saints at 9.
Boom. And that was going to be my thing, too. If you want a bomb,
Yeah.
If you want a bomb, there's your bomb.
You
Top
go-
10.
Because the Panthers are at 8. They're not doing it.
Listen, you go grab another guy out of Ole Miss. I remember they did it with Deuce McAllister, not too far away. Go grab a guy out of Ole Miss. There's your quarterback of the future. The people that think that this guy's going to go second and third round, I giggle. I'm sorry.
All right.
There are
You want a
people
bold
out
take?
there. It's
You want a
crazy.
bold take? Jackson Dart gets drafted by the Steelers. He wins the Super Bowl.
Holy shit. He follows the Ben
I'm
Roethlisberger
telling you,
path.
if he
That's
get-
the Ben
if he
Roethlisberger
All right, if
path.
this is where we are, number 6 to Vegas. All right, give me one. Come on, here we go.
If he gets drafted by the Steelers, not next year, but he'll win a Super Bowl.
You have to remember, this is a guy that not that long
love
ago,
this.
people were arguing, there's no way he goes in the first round. To me, I'm at the point, there's no way he doesn't go in the first round.
There's no chance.
I also want this on record. I've said it before. The entirety of my Jackson Dart hype is based off of a highlight video where his girlfriend at the beginning was saying how he consistently cheated on her in college.
Yeah?
And then
I've
his
seen that
highlights.
reel.
Yeah.
He on his future
So
shit.
I listened to that. I was like, all right.
Can I tell you something?
She's
As
hot, too.
a man who has been down to Oxford, Mississippi,
There's some ones down there.
Yeah, I really want to go
It's
tailgate.
a South thing.
I want to tailgate an Ole Miss
listen,
game so
the
bad.
talent per capita
Yeah.
in sundresses down there.
Oh,
it
sundress season.
Really, I mean,
Who's
I go
playing for
full
second?
I go full Larry Bird.
Which one of you are going to finish second today?
Per capita, Oxford is the top.
I'm
It's
trying,
unbelievable.
I'm
Hold
trying
on.
to go to an Ole Miss game really bad.
Wheezy D 313. Wait a minute. Don't you have to get Watt help first?
Watt has help.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got Hightower.
Spenny, you want to go down to Oxford? You let me know. It's one of my favorite places. The Grove is unbelievable.
He
One of
signed
the
me
coolest
up.
Places. Yeah.
I knew
one of the coolest places.
I know a beautiful redhead named Mary Elizabeth who went to Oxford.
Mary Elizabeth.
Does
you
she-
know he's not
Yeah,
lying.
yeah,
Does
no,
she-
for
does she-
real.
Because she
That's
has
her
two first
name.
names.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does she wear sundresses?
I mean, probably, yeah. I mean,
Okay,
I
there's
haven't
no
seen
doubt
it.
about it. That's what they
Her
all
name's
do
Mary
down there.
Elizabeth. Of course you wear
Can't
sundress.
trust her.
Southern Belle.
Can't trust her.
She comes from money, though.
She probably can cook
If
her
her
ass
name's
off,
Mary
too.
Elizabeth,
Yeah.
she comes from money.
High
Well,
Smith,
the staff
not
will.
Hightower.
Yeah. Oh yeah. True. She might be of that ilk. You're right.
KG, I'm just telling you right
That
now,
old
this is
money.
from personal experience, okay? And this is not funny. You'd be cool in Oxford, okay? I would highly recommend just going right into Oxford and not taking that route from Memphis.
Oh yeah, most
to
definitely.
Oxford.
Oh, we gonna be safe when we out
KG,
there.
we will make
Here's
sure
the thing,
that
you're laughing right now?
I
You're
don't-
laughing,
KG.
Spenny? I'm not being funny.
No, situational awareness is
I
key
am
KG.
in the South.
we would
Bam.
make sure that the rental car has a full tank or a full charge or whatever, and we would go straight from the airport
You
to
damn
Oxford,
right.
Mississippi.
I'm not even riding in the car without y'all. I need white representation in the car. Like,
I went into a
KG's
little
not
town.
flying in separately.
I went into a little town about 10 miles outside of Oxford, and there were two barbecue spots. Think of Woodward, okay? There's a barbecue spot across the street. There's a barbecue spot here. My boy and I, we
Like a
we
chum
pull
bucket,
into this
Krusty Krab
barbecue
kind of thing?
spot.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, it was like we were living in a movie because everybody stopped and looked at us. Everybody on both sides of the road. And we're kind of looking around going, what the fuck?
Right.
And then I'm not joking. Like we realized, we were like, oh my goodness, there's one group over on this side and there's another group over
There's
on the
no
other
way.
side. And that's why they
believe
were
it,
looking at
though.
us because
Look, Spenny doesn't believe
and
you.
He's told
my
this
buddy,
story
I
before, I
kid you not,
believe
my
it.
buddy goes, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Like that, and we did.
There's
we,
no way.
we went. The only thing missing for anybody that's been down there, and seriously, jump in the chat. For anybody that's been down there, the only thing that's missing is the sign that says no coloreds. That's the only thing missing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
when,
real.
When you
I
when you
believe
get
it.
in the outskirts down there, it is a different world.
Yes.
It is 1957,
Yeah.
and it never.
There's
Your
little
technology doesn't apply.
I'm telling
There's
you,
pockets in
this-
the South like that.
I'm not
Yes.
being funny. I'm not saying this for a fact. I've seen it with my own two eyes. I experienced it, and I needed to get back to civilization, and we hurried our ass as fast as we could back to Memphis. It was insane. And you wanted to scream. You were like, what the fuck is wrong with all of you? You did.
No.
You wanted to.
That's
the
their-
worst thing that could happen.
That's their way of life.
There you go, boy. And then all of a sudden I hear
Hey,
Spenny's
boy.
voice in my America. And it's like he's got a shotgun and he's like, I want to go back to Memphis.
Hey,
got
boy.
30 miles.
It was
You lost, boy?
but Oxford, unbelievable. I swear by Oxford, it's unbelievable.
Dante 151 in the super chat's got a legit football question, everyone, as we kind of get back on the highway.
Yeah.
Does playing under that turtle James Franklin hurt Abdul Carter? Because the last defensive player who was drafted from Penn State at number 1 spot was Courtney Brown to the Browns in 2000, quarter century ago.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Sorry. You know as well as I do, freak elite talent that will always intrigue people. See Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney, all the things that people said about his motor, they weren't wrong, okay? But because he's such a freak and flashes those moments, there's a reason why he's been able to exist in the National Football League for a dozen years.
And shout out to Big Squirt Burt 97.
He's back.
Big Squirt Burt.
It's
We missed him.
It's a We're Back Friday
Hell
for
of a
sure.
day. Hell of a
He says,
day.
I thought Spenny liked his girls real short. Listen, I'm an equal opportunity lender. I do not discriminate. I like all different shapes.
Free
sizes.
range.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Tiny Tino was a one-time
That
thing.
was a one-time thing. I'd
Some
do it
reaction.
again, though. If I hadn't done it, I'd do it again. If now,
You good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Clark W. Take it easy, guys. My mom's name is Mary Elizabeth. No, she probably
Your
came for
mom
money.
was probably a fox.
I bet
mean,
your mom looked great in a sundress. Even telling you point blank, dude.
Even at 55, I bet she was elite.
I
I bet she was elite.
Call me a motherfucker.
I bet your mom could make a mean pie.
Phil, West Virginia's the same. Don't
That bitch
be a
got
Yankee.
the Disney theme on it.
Lumberjack
he's not
Zach.
wrong.
One of those pies that'll,
No, listen.
The
Yeah.
Have you
smell
ever been
lift
there?
you up.
Yes.
Or Huntington?
Yes.
Marshall? It's
Drove-
a different
drove
world,
through
dude.
there.
It's a different world.
Our rules do not apply there.
No.
I'm
people
definitely
don't get
trying
that.
to bag a Southern Belle. That's
don't
get that.
for sure. Dude.
That's next. Right?
Mary Elizabeth. It's got to be a name like that.
It's got to be two names.
Yeah,
Patsy
When you
Lou,
roll
Mary
into a
Elizabeth.
gas station called Pitts and Pitt, you're in a different world, man.
Patsy Lou.
Here's why this is the best show, maybe in America, definitely in Michigan. We legit just had two different conversations going on at the same time.
Yeah.
And whatever conversation you as the audience were engaged in, that's the one you heard.
And real quick, I got to make a graph or some kind of Venn diagram of like
Venn diagram?
of the double name, and be like Southern Belles to Trailer Park Girls.
Oh,
like the
shit.
Oh,
like
well-
Mary Elizabeth to Tammy Lynn.
The more
There's
to
a fine line.
Mary Elizabeth
You're
to,
right.
to
The more
Hold on,
so-
Chase has something to
the
say.
Lynn's or the Anns.
Jamie Marie.
Becca Ann.
I
I got to
think
hear this from Chase.
I think a common trend you'll find, Spenny, is the more syllables in the second name, they're gonna slot a different compared to the small.
No, that's a fact. Chase cooking, though. Chase cooking right now.
Like Taylor Elizabeth is good.
Elizabeth,
Yes.
Lynn,
Lynn. Marie.
Marie. You'll notice the trend. How many syllables and where they slot on the
You
chart.
roll with that non-traditional second name like Montague, Audrey Montague. She's fucking smoke show.
Yeah.
That's trust me.
Okay, where are we?
I don't know. Do we have
Right.
Where are we?
Do
Oh,
something.
we're doing the draft. We're doing NFL draft. I forgot. Okay.
Lexi Rose.
Obviously, we're talking porn stars. There's got to be a third one for porn stars.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's got to be a triple Venn diagram: Southern Belles, Trailer Park Girls, porn stars.
We moved into a total frat move Instagram post now,
I
right?
feel like that's a really good Venn diagram because there's a lot of overlapping factors
That's a
between
fact.
those three groups of women.
That's big brain shit, Spin.
Wow. I want to
take KG to Ole Miss. Now that's like my goal. That's
Hotty toddy, baby. Let's
that's
go.
my goal.
I don't know if
Like,
my
that's
wife
my
will
goal
allow
now.
it.
Wheezy D313. Mary Lou is more classy than Mary Elizabeth. I disagree.
I disagree too. Mary Elizabeth's from money.
Yeah, 100%.
Mary Lou a little stuck up though. Mary Elizabeth with the shits. Like,
Mary Lou is apt to get like a 10 in the pommel horse in the Olympics, and you know
Well,
what?
only the men
I'm
do the
gonna have
pommel
some
horse.
Fun with Mary Elizabeth.
Mary Lou is one marriage away from being Mary Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like
it makes
a
sense.
financial standing? Like she's got to knock one out of the park.
Right. Like Mary Elizabeth
she-
messed with the younger crowd. Like,
I feel like
she
Mary
wanted
Lou,
out.
like with one good marriage, goes from like 1 2 to a full set.
That's
Bingo.
Boom. Yeah.
No,
Mary-
but she's not there yet.
Mary Lou's
Elizabeth
right
is
on
there.
Mary Lou's right on the middle of that dividing line
Yes.
between Trailer Park and Southern Belle.
And her next move dictates everything.
which way she
Listen,
falls.
Mary Lou is a slump breaker to me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
somebody got her when she was 21, and then they left her when she was 26, and then it's like, dude, I need to break this slump. And I
Yeah.
head to her trailer at 26 at about 1:45 in the morning. That's Mary Lou.
Yeah,
to me.
Mary Lou is either a lovely woman with a great family, or she's single in a trailer with
Could be either.
kids.
Yeah.
Could literally be
You
either.
don't
know.
Flip of a coin.
But that's the risk.
That's
You
the
have to
risk you
find
roll.
You
out.
die.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Okay, where are we at?
Third question. No.
Oh, shit.
We're only having a third question.
No, fourth question of the
What are we in?
NFL draft.
Oh, all
nickel
right,
package.
okay.
Is Shedeur Sanders the closest thing to Cam Ward or the furthest thing from the rest of the quarterbacks in the draft?
Damn.
Both.
Yes.
I think both.
Jeez.
And you're going to, like, look, in the end, and that question's funny, right? Because as we sit right now in March, late March, he's both. But in the end, it won't matter because 4 dudes are going to get taken in the first round minimum.
That's exactly it. So they're going. You just start your watch with that premise, and you're going to be okay in the NFL draft.
That's it, man. All right, next down.
Next down, final question of the draft. Jalen Milroe had his pro day, says he shows exciting traits. Is he a first-round pick?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes. Someone will trade up at the end of the first round and get him.
You can all laugh. You can all make your jokes.
I'm going to
go,
get killed
"I've
for
seen
that
that
one.
guy. You guys, honestly, you're not paying attention to the NFL draft. Somebody will.
One
Yes.
Funky Lions fan brought up a good point. Don't forget the spelling factor, i.e. Tammy, Tammy,
Yes.
or
The
as you
I's.
go down the ladder, Tammi.
Ends their name in an I, you're leaning hard to the trailer park.
That's a fact.
Listen, when you are a Mandy with an I, I'm intrigued.
Or the
I am in.
the Ash Lee, but it's spelled Leigh. Sean, let me tell you from experience. There is nothing a South Warren family does to try to spice some lust into their lives and some oomph into their family and put them at a higher echelon than put the lay at the end.
Listen,
That's a South Warren special.
That is some peach cobbler shit. It really is.
Yeah.
It's like you are going. I'm heading to Savannah on the most humid day, and we're having a wonderful time in the air conditioning for all 17 seconds that I'll laugh.
We talk about leopard tattoo on the shoulder levels of white trash here.
Yes, that's what we're doing. All right,
Spenny.
Yeah, there's a tramp stamp hidden underneath. There is.
You saying like the old like secret Lee or Lynn is like that's the old family recipe.
Yeah, the old family recipe. They're like,
Lee is a perfect one.
Chase just don't miss.
No, he don't.
He just don't miss. All right, Spenny, can we do this? We'll take the break. We'll talk about buddies.
Yeah.
When we come back, we're going to do the wings and the sports media. Can I get 6 minutes of overtime from you?
Yeah.
Can you put up the buddies picture?
That's me. I got you.
Can you do that?
I'll look out. I got you.
Can we do that?
Yeah, we can do it. First, let me tell you about, Neil, tell us about
Yeah.
buddies.
Buddy's Pizza, everyone.
Holy shit.
They've been in the game for a long time here in Detroit, since 1946.
There you go, Sean.
Look at that!
Look at the, as Sean Belisian would say, look at the pizza. All right, look, they have a bunch of great taglines and stuff like that. I'm going to give you 2 things here. Number 1, it's Buddy's Pizza. Number 2, look at that pizza. And a bonus, number 3, get 10%. It's Friday, 10% off. Use the promo code 10meal. Go to buddiespizza.com. There's one near you. Like, guys, what are we talking about here? 10 meal. Guys, come on, get 10%
It's
off.
Friday.
It's Friday. You're getting pizza anyway. The original Detroit's. They fathered a movement, everybody. Buddy's Pizza, as Detroit as it gets.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Shout out to
If the mics were live during the live break.
Jed, move away from there.
Okay.
One of those days, fellas.
Everybody stop. Everybody stop.
It's like a regular Tuesday on heavyweights.
Yeah.
Everybody stop.
Holy
Neil Rule,
shit.
Sean Belizean. Sean Belizean.
Hey, guys.
Different than Neil Rule.
This is what the Varchaz do.
Hey, shout out Varchaz. You guys made it happen. It's right here, by the way.
Man.
It's right there. The port wine cask rye whiskey. KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase in the Chase building. All right. We're off all that stuff. We're just moving. We're moving on here, okay?
Talk about the Beverly Hillbillies.
No, Sean. No, we can't. We can talk about the Red Wings. We got 2 nickel packages left. Red Wing Sports Media. Spenny already committed to 6 minutes of overtime.
All right.
So we got to get it going here.
Let's go.
All right. Red Wings nickel package.
On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being incredibly, how disappointed are you in this year?
Sean can't be.
2.5.
You called it from the jump.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I knew the Devils.
I had to ask all you guys.
Yeah.
I knew the Devils would be better over Paul. Paul, I'll do it. And look, you're going to make a man out of me here. I'll do it.
There's a big circle around the 8 spot. I think 1 through 7 are already attached. I think Ottawa kind of clinched that 7th spot. I think there's a big circle on that 8th spot. More on that coming up.
Sorry, I'll do it, Paul. Next one.
Shout out to Peaceful Tim for the 5 gifted subs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, shout out.
Next question of the Red Wings nickel package. What has disappointed you most of this season so far? And I'll take this one first.
Yes.
Because for the first question, I'm a 4. And it's not because they didn't make the playoffs. It's partly because they didn't make the playoffs. But it's because they're still soft as shit and they still fell apart the same place they've fallen apart the past 2 years in that beginning of March area. The linear growth wasn't there this year. You didn't grow this year. You were worse this year. This season is a failure. And I'm disappointed because they're still soft. They're still showing the same reasons that they aren't a playoff hockey team that they've shown the past 5 years.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
What disappointed you the most?
Here's what disappointed me the most, Sean. The power play was 30%. And they didn't get in. And, look, it's not the playoff-driven metric. It's not. The power play was elite. Not good. Elite. Top 3 in the league, elite. And the 5-on-5 was less than. And that's my problem. They did what I asked, with the power play stuff. They did. And it still wasn't close.
I'll go the flip side. The PK is a window into the soul of what this hockey team is.
3rd worst all time.
This is a soft hockey team.
You said that before.
Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody
Neil,
wants to
it's
hear it.
acceptance, Neil.
This is a
I know.
This is a soft hocky team. This is something that we talked about.
Sean,
in
how do you
November.
fix it? How do you fix it?
Bring in tough guys.
This is my fear. You have to make some changes to this roster. There are pieces to this roster that are not. Listen, when multiple people in management and multiple coaches are talking about decisions, business decisions needing to be made, that tells me there's a problem with your core right now. And that's what frightens me for the future, is they're probably going to have to make more moves than anybody thought. Toughness is a decision.
Give me an example.
We talked exactly what Brad McClellan said the other day. Todd McClellan said the other day. Exactly what Todd McClellan said the other day. When guys don't want to get in shooting lanes, when guys don't want to get in passing lanes, when guys don't want to pay the price, I think this is a team right now that is...
But, Sean, I was told when they made the coaching decision that the mentality changed and there were a bunch of block shots. That's what I was told, Sean.
For a period of time. You guys watch the same games that I do. I'm not watching.
So you mean they reverted back to what they were?
This penalty kill has gotten worse. They're dead last in the league with a bullet right now. And we said it, Neil, very early in the season, and Darren McCarty agreed with us. I'm sorry, that is an effort thing. That is an effort thing. When you are dead last with a bullet, that is an effort thing. And that's what concerns me about this team. It really does.
Hoof Hearted says fix the defense in all caps, but we have Mo Sider. We have Edvinson. ASP's coming up. So, I thought it was fixed.
I don't think there's as much sandpaper as people thought. As much as I thought. I'll call me out. None of you. Nobody in this room. Nobody in the chat. I didn't think there wasn't as much sandpaper as I thought. This is a team that's in desperate need of some sandpaper.
All right, next one.
All right, fourth question of the Red Wings nickel package. Who gets the last playoff spot in the East?
Good luck with that.
Today, the day of the playoffs, like, it changes literally by the minute.
Montreal's been there for the last few days. I will say again.
Are they going to hold on?
I don't think they will. I'm going to go
Really?
with the Islanders. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Islanders.
And here we are, the old Islanders coming back in there and doing it.
I honestly, I think the Islanders find a way to get in. Montreal was cute. They're kind of, they're going to be really good really soon. I don't think they hang on. I don't think they have the goaltending between Montembeault and Dobish.
Whatever.
I'll go with
Islanders, whatever.
I'll go with the Islanders, sure.
Sure, okay. Sean said it. He knows hockey. I don't.
Hurt,
All right,
man.
next one.
All right, final question of the Red Wings nickel package. Dead last in penalty kill. Only team under 70%. How is that even possible?
God damn.
Yeah.
Third worst all time.
Neil taking body blows today.
It's fucking gross. It really is. And it's been this way all year. And it's, listen, for as much as we talk about Coach McClelland, okay, you know what's gotten worse on his watch, right? It's gotten worse on his watch.
I was told play effing hockey.
Yeah, it's gotten worse.
Wait,
on
Sean.
Neil,
No.
Your jokes can't
Just
get you out
telling
of
you.
this.
I'm trying.
Sorry, I hate to speak factually. It's gotten worse on his watch.
You know what I was going to do next? I was going to run the deflection play because Sam Flannel's standing in the studio, like lurking right now. I was going to be like, Flannel, what do you want? Like, you're standing there like you want something. What do you want?
It's gotten worse on Coach McClelland's watch. When we first brought this to everybody,
That's crazy, Tom.
When we first brought this to everybody's attention, they were 28th in the league back in early November, and it's gotten worse. They're dead last in the league right
Is
now.
it the goaltending or the defense?
Effort. That's what bothers me the most. I'm telling
That's
you,
a deeper
and I
issue
know
there.
I'm not the
I
only
was
one
told
to feel
that's
that
changed.
way.
So Sean, okay, all right, real talk before we ride off with the sports media nickel package and get it moving. Spenny's only got 3 more minutes left before he walks out of the studio like Norma Ray.
Right.
All right. Sean, I was told that changed. When a man walked in and said play effing hockey, I was told when you fire Derek Lalonde, I was told that would change. So you're telling me it did not change.
He told everybody it didn't change earlier this week. There are decisions being made. There are guys that.
Well, I was told he would fix that.
He hasn't.
Thank you. That's the answer I was looking for.
All right, first question of the sports media nickel
All right.
package. Okay, we're not here to debate political policy, but one of the biggest losers from the 25% Canadian tariffs is probably going to be the NHL. The league takes in about 20% or 25% of its revenue in Canadian dollars, which is a 10-year low to the U.S. dollar. Why can't the NHL have nice things?
Sean, poor NHL.
Damn.
Poor NHL, man.
What do you want me to say? I've lived this life my whole fucking life, man. I got nothing.
Why can't they catch a
No,
break?
you people talk about this. And yes, I said you people. You people talk about this.
Mike O. Neil, you were lied to. Sorry. Damn, NHL. Damn. Second one.
Second question on the sports business nickel package. The Boston Celtics sold for about $6.1 billion, which is more than the Washington Commanders sold for less than 2 years ago. But we all told Neil we don't care about the NBA. Did we lie to Neil?
I'll let you guys answer this one. The Boston Celtics sold for more than the Washington Commanders.
They are
not in 1990,
but
less than 2 years.
They are the
It's the
premier
Celtics.
brand in the
Yeah,
NBA.
like, it's the
Let's be
Celtics,
honest.
though.
They
In
just
fairness, I'm not arguing with your premise.
Yeah.
But they are the premier brand in the NBA.
They
Yeah,
just
I think
raised their
this-
18th banner.
I think the Steelers would sell for more than the Packers.
Could you imagine the Packers?
Yeah, imagine
Like
the Packers.
seriously,
Somebody actually steps up. And
oh
buys the
my
Packers.
gosh,
It'd be
the
$8
LA
billion.
Rams.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Supply and demand too. Like they were like Dan Snyder. He had to like kind of
He was
take a little
forced
bit of
out.
a lower price on his sell
Right.
because he was being forced
Yeah,
out.
he did. Yeah.
I'm just saying, those are the numbers.
Yeah.
No, but it does go back. You talked about supply and demand. Like, what is the supply of blue blood professional sports teams for sale? What is the supply for real?
Nobody does it.
Yeah, it's not
Nobody
right.
sells
Nobody
them.
does. Nobody does it.
Copacetic Sushi, bring back David Perron. I was waiting for this the whole show, real quick. He has 8 fucking goals this year. 8 goals. Stop with the bring back David Perron thing. He was worse than he was here this year.
Neil, you lashing out.
No, I'm not. 8 goals. I was waiting for that. Bring back David Perron. Why? So we can score 8 goals? Tarasenko had more goals than him.
That type of player,
It's
though.
106.
That type.
What,
of
the
player,
type that gets 8 goals, Sean?
No, the type of player that has a backbone.
Yeah.
Okay, next
That's
one.
I would take David Perron cross-checking somebody in the back of the head over Tarasenko
that's a
being a
concern.
useless.
Well, I would too if you had more than 8 fucking goals.
Neil, you lashing out.
UNC's play in the game. USC's play in-game destruction of San Diego State drew record play-in-game ratings, but they were 1-11 in quad 1 games, so they shouldn't have made the tournament.
That's what I was told, right? Sean, a masterclass by the NCAA.
Oh, play
they
it.
made a blue blood the underdog.
If you didn't hear his rant on that 2 weeks ago, you missed it.
They've been planning this for years. They did it
100%.
years ago,
You
like
got it.
Syracuse, UCLA.
When UNC popped up on that screen, the discussion changed from quad 1 wins to strength of schedule immediately.
They were happy as a pig in shit. Whipped off a batch. It was the greatest day they ever had.
crazy. Absolutely crazy, but they did it, and we all stood there and took it.
Yep.
Next one.
The Dodgers-Cubs season opener drew 25 million viewers in Japan, the most watched MLB game in Japan ever. 20% of the entire country was watching this game. Japan loves it some baseball.
They do.
100%, man.
Premier country in baseball.
It's insane. 25 million. It doubled up what the numbers pulled here in America. Like, I know a lot of it was at 6 a.m. or whatever, which was kind of cool because I'm not going to lie to you guys. When I drove the kids to school, I flipped on the satellite radio and I listened.
Nice.
Bored U.S. servicemen over in Japan created
Couldn't
a
wait.
monster. Like, honestly, I mean, really, that's the origins of it. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy.
Next one.
The Minnesota Wild have asked the state of Minnesota for $395 million for upgrades to their arena. The Wild will pay about $126 million of the cost. Will the taxpayers go for it?
I was told that Minnesota was the state of hockey. They already lost one team. Might they lose another? We'll be really interested to see how that plays itself out, Mr. Rule.
Would you go for that, KG?
What? No, absolutely not.
Fuck no.
Paying all that money? Hell no.
Well, you kind of did it already once.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing it again. Especially when you bring
all right.
bullshit
Now's
to
the
my
line.
city. Especially when you bring bullshit to my city. No.
Now's the line. All right, that's it, everybody.
See you
we
guys.
did it.
Real quick, before we get out of
Yes.
here, I do just want to say that today marks the 1-year anniversary of John Claus passing. So, love him, man. He would have loved to see what Torque did yesterday. Baseball season's not going to be the same without him. Prayers to his family, to his loved ones everywhere. We got a video here we're going to end the show with.
God bless him.
Yep.
Rest
Shout
in
out.
peace to John Claus.
All right, thanks for tapping in, everybody. Big D Energy. Well, see you later.
Yeah, I'd rather get laughed at for trying than to stand on the sideline and just watch. Whether I look like a dumbass or I fail or I'm like cringy, at the end of the day, like we're all gonna die. Like who cares? Like that's kind of my thing for life. Is just I'd rather get made fun of for trying than just be too afraid to try at all. Sorry, no. Physically drizzled. He's physically drizzled, baby.
He needs to be put in better positions to succeed, and I don't think he's getting that opportunity right now.
This mofo spit.
He's spitting.
Oh my land.
He's spitting for sure.
Paul J.
Believe that anybody feels